Doug Russell. The beat goes on for the local 9.
Bowers had tried to center. Back it goes. It is gone. A 3-run homer for Bowers.
Jeff Levering on the call. The Brewers beat the Giants in Game 2 of their 4-game series at American Family Field 8-3. The story in this one was Kyle Harrison yet again. He picks up his 7th win of the season, going 5 2/3, scattering 4 hits, striking out 12. Game 3 of the series is tonight starting at 6:40. Coleman Crow will pitch against Logan Webb. Entering play tonight, the Brewers' lead over the second-place Pirates is 5.5 games. At Packers practice, Josh Jacobs returned to action. He was not made available to reporters in the locker room, but Coach Matt LaFleur called his return, quote, business as usual, end quote, following Jacobs' arrest on domestic abuse allegations. Should be noted, Jacobs has not been charged with any crime yet as the police continue their investigation. The Huddle starts now. I'm Doug Russell on Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
We don't need any music or produced, introductions.
Don't need any of that nonsense.
It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Our producer, Armen is still fighting for his social media life.
Well, it makes sense, Drew. They're finally getting something. They're finally being able to take over even more of his real estate into his mental capacity, because I see this guy going over here trying to figure out how they're dropping stacks of cash on tweets last night on the old Armen account. What the heck? Where is my... Now... They're even able to funnel into our audio ecosystem. They are some demons over there that caught our boy Armen.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening, guys. We're fighting it today. I've been fighting it all week and fighting some tech gremlins here.
Luckily, we're all here for you to help you out on the uphill climb.
And we have tech demons.
But back again. But hey, we're running through. We good?
We are on.
Yeah.
920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, everywhere in the iHeart app. Is there some way to blame Hunter Baumgart because he does the baseball pregame show from that little studio layer?
We could, but it would make no sense. I mean, it'd
be a very radio person thing guy thing to find somebody
with Ronnie,
else
the limo driver's bagel. Who messed with Ronnie's bagel?
With my bagel.
That's where you said Ronnie's bagel. That'd be a problem.
We need an investigation.
You think somebody? Obviously. It would never be Hunter, but I mean, it would be radio guy to blame somebody else. But no, just fighting some computer gremlins here. But we are on. The question is, how can we get it rolling correctly? But hey, you would think some guy with apparently a Cartier watch. I don't know. This account keeps posting with me. This account keeps
pretty
posting
awesome
as
stuff.
me. Yeah, I don't know. I just get screenshots from my friends that congratulate me on my new $30,000 watch and things like that.
At least your hackers could have continued your tradition of promoting the show and the stream.
No kidding. People. Yes.
You would, if they want to fly under the radar of suspicion, maybe Armen is still producing the Huddle and still sending out alerts that we're streaming live on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And then, the Cartier watches and the Maybachs and the...
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
That would be the easiest way for the post last night to clear the air. I'm not hacked. Like that would be the easiest one would be if they just posted something and made fun of people eating an omelet this morning or something.
Yeah,
right. Or find a way to take a dig at everybody while sending out the link. But
actually pretend you're me. Like actually do the work to pretend you're me, but they wouldn't do that.
Find one Caleb Williams video from OTAs and say this throw's really not that impressive. Drew, you're right. There's ways to commit to the bit that it appears my man Mentor V is not necessarily doing. But hey, there's a lot of time to get better.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all in the search.
And if anyone's out there that knows anybody at Twitter or X support, please get them to
you got no chance of that one. I would just give up on that.
They've been unresponsive for days. Yeah, you're right. I have no chance on that one. But let's try with small victories. We are in the air here on a Wednesday, and if I can get this going, that would be priority number one.
Okay.
If we can get that going, we'd be pretty good. And then
we'll take steps towards success. Yeah.
Then we'd have that win. Then the Brewers would win again. And then we'd continue the winning streak. So let's start the positivity right now. Let's start the winning streak right now. That's my mindset right now. Okay. That's what I'm shooting for here.
That feels like a full, clear mind, full hearts kind of deal, Drew. That feels like a can't lose spot.
I think so. Can't lose. 877-794-1973 gets you the NicoletLaw.com talking text line. Our technical difficulties and just Armen's ongoing battle to regain his ex-Twitter identity.
Yes, and our software here, yes.
Can't let that overshadow Billy's exuberance about a hockey game that took place last evening.
Awesome, wow.
Rolling with your Vegas Knights to a rockin' comeback victory on the road in Game 1.
Yeah, and Drew, hard to feel super excited when right away the Knights give up a goal in the first 30 seconds, and they're pumping in that siren crowd noise down in Raleigh, North Carolina. They give up another in the next couple of minutes, but get on the board, and the Knights have come back in a ton of these games. I think they got 7 comeback wins in the playoffs so far this year, including a 3-0 deficit after one period. So, man, it was an all-timer last night, a 5-4 game, and they get the game winner with 3.5 minutes to go by Tomas Huddle, who wasn't a part of the Cup win in 23. So, very exciting game. This one feels like it's going 7. And the more and more we get closer to tip-off tonight of the NBA Finals, I'm getting better possibilities and a little bit better vibes, Drew, that we might be in for another long series on the NBA side. So I think championship month of June feels like it's going to deliver, and it started out last night.
Excellent. Speaking of championship month, championship form displayed by Brewers lefty Kyle Harrison. 12 punch outs.
Did that one seem personal to him a little bit?
Oh, his former team.
He went after it.
And I took that personally.
Especially with the early, I don't say struggles, but like they were trying to get his pitch count up early, and he had to really fight through it, and he didn't waver. I like that. He didn't waver from that. I mean, they were trying to turn his card over a little bit, and it didn't bother him at all. He just kept going right after him, and the K numbers were just incredible. It's not just getting outs. I mean, he's found a way every start to, if he has his strikeouts going, if he doesn't, to make it happen. It's been really impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting layer there that, he came up with the Giants, was traded in the Devers trade. So you got traded in a blockbuster for a guy that, one of those franchise tilting players that they wanted. That's not the effect that Rafael Devers has had. And
who Giants fans were going to compare to the best left-handed hitter that they've had in the last 20 years.
Woo. So he grew up 40 minutes from that ballpark. So lifetime dream to pitch for the Giants. And it reminds me of a certain former Packers quarterback who went undrafted by his hometown favorite team and had that fire burning.
And said, are you disappointed that you're not going to be a 49er? Are you disappointed? Not as disappointed as they will be that they didn't draft me.
So Harrison, that had extra special meaning. Yeah. It doesn't mean he'll always be a little charged up to pitch against the Giants.
But a 12K performance, matching the career high, and to do it and the outside to leave a little bit something on the bone, as a coach's dream would be, you dominate the game, but just leave a little bit of sliver of doubt, so there's more to knock on and film in. Not be able to just get through that 6th inning with the Adames solo shot and then the Olsen walk as they go and get him with 106. You could tell how frustrated he was not being able to complete the 6th shutout. It was an impressive run. And again, I guess adds more fuel to the story that I just keep seeing online, Drew. And be honest with you, I like seeing the Brewers in the news cycle, but I don't necessarily understand this one. Is everybody tying them to the Tarek Skubal conversation? But the backdrop and the part that the lead in, the reason why, the little bit of explanation is people say, you throw Kyle Harrison and Jacob Mizorowski in front of any offense in baseball in a postseason series, good luck to them, because that's going to give you a chance in just about any single one.
That is absolutely true. Provided they're healthy and functioning at a high level, that there's no reason to think that's not going to be a wagon.
Well, and is there reason to believe that they could still be getting better too? I mean, we've said it with Miz, but Harrison is right there next to him.
Yeah, he's been overshadowed, but he's been quite the story. I mean, I don't know that you can get both guys on the All-Star team, but look at the numbers.
The numbers are going to be tough to say no to, right?
I mean, they would command it, I would think, at some point.
Both sub-2 ERA guys, and both. The other part of it is the strikeouts will jump off the page. That maybe is how you separate yourself, right, from just the pitchers and closer, or the starters and closers. You also, if you're trying to get 2 in the starting job, you have to have some of the shock numbers, and maybe the strikeouts will help him from that left side. But with everybody needing someone, it might be a little bit tough. He is very much deserving to be able to go here, though.
Brewers 8-3 winners. They blew it open with another big inning, which is good to see, right? Good to see you.
Well, you're a strike away from having to go to the top of the 9th inning with a 4-3 lead after stranding 2 guys on that have set you up perfectly to add some insurance runs. But that Yelich base hit, you could tell, just popped the top, and then felt like Churio went every 11-year-old U11 baseball player that sees that shoulder high fastball, Drew.
Yeah.
They think they're sending that thing straight out to center field, and son of a gun almost did.
Almost. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So quite the just a good insurance runs on the board. McGill still comes in, closes things out, and gets the out. So Brewers have won the first two. They'll try to win the series this evening, 4-gamer against the Gigantes, who are not good.
No, tonight's their best opportunity, though, right? The Giants with Logan Webb on the bump. That's one of the tougher customers you're going to see in ball.
Yep. So this is their chance. And then if the Brewers can survive tonight, they'll go for the sweep on Thursday afternoon. 877-794-1973. We've got Hot Take Hump Day holstered up for you on the program today. We'll talk to Dolph as well. We were negotiating. Did we hear from Paul Wagner? We were thinking about trying to get Wags on the line.
So we did. We got Wags. He believes today is going to be a perfect day for him to be able to join us from Lincoln, Nebraska, as the Dock Hounds were supposed to be slated in with a couple of night games here. Instead, right sandwich there in between the 3-game set, they tossed a school day game in to celebrate the end of school. So Wags is going to be up early with us, and he said it might be a good pregame for him to be able to talk to some adults.
All right.
When he knows that he's going to be staring in down the barrel of about 6,000 screaming.
Well, we've been there.
7-year-olds there.
It's a different experience, but it's always tons of fun.
But it is fun, dude. And it is a big night for Bubble Waffles.
Yes, it is. Huge night for the Bubble Waffles.
Dippin' Dots going to do big
Dots,
work today.
All those type of things, yeah. Any sort of other confections and candy involved. So that's good. We'll be talking to Wags. Love it. Thought it was funny, guys. Willie Adames, whenever he comes back, has to have a homer. I feel like whenever he comes back to town. I mean, obviously he hits them anyway, but I remember this happening last year and happening again. And in the best, most tasteful fashion, hits a homer when they're down. Doesn't help them win. That's what we need, right? We need the little hello, miss you guys to the crowd, the little tip of the cap with the home run, and then the Brewers still get the win.
That was a good soliloquy there, Armen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to have you're on a roll. I just didn't want it was poetic.
Yeah, and we actually had a back and forth about this with some folks in the section on Monday. Do we think first at bat back when Willie sent that one to the moon into the left field bleachers a year ago?
That was the one I really
could that have maybe been a hey, we're giving you 2. Don't miss either one. Don't miss either one of them. All right. Don't miss either one of them.
Believe that.
Don't miss either one of them. Then last night you're really grinding through and he's able to feed one. Good to owe to the crowd. It was a great celebration. But it is fun to be able to watch Willie Adames launch one in a game that doesn't matter. And I wonder how much Giants fans, we talked about it yesterday, Drew, and you asked us the question, would we want the 7-year, $181 million tag? Man, Giants fans, as cynical as they can be on the internet, because I had to do a little doom scrolling last night.
That's what you do.
Had to check out a little bit of doom scrolling after the 8-3 decision. And, man, it seems like they just despise everything that happens with that baseball team. Understandably so, because they're not good at the moment, and they've tried to be good over the last couple of years with one of their greats, Buster Posey, taking full control. Man, I think if you offered that to the Giants fans, they might want to do a little bit of a do-over there.
Well, there is, sorry, Drew, but there's something to be said about sports fans in general now that if your team is winning or losing, you seem to look at the negatives. Okay, you hate your team. Like that one meme where it's like, my team's the worst ever. Oh yeah. Then the game's over and we won. Great. We won. But I can only imagine how bad it is when you're this bad. Like what Giants fans are feeling right now. And I know the controversy for them early in the year fan wise was they didn't like that their team was doing the little hump thing after games, like when they won, they were.
Was actually anybody really upset about that?
And a lot of accounts. I don't know if they're Giants accounts or just like baseball accounts were feigning pro clutching about it, saying this is ridiculous. I hate this stuff. Mostly because they're losing. Like fans, it seems like they don't want to see have fun when they're losing, right?
Now, and this is the spot where maybe it is good to get hacked because I don't believe that was a real thing. I don't believe just because there were a couple of accounts online just hating it that people were that upset about it.
Possibly.
But again, maybe I am wrong, and maybe we do get that frustrated with the little stuff of people having fun during the game. But more than anything, I'd be disappointed that my team's 15 games under 500.
Sure.
And Drew, as you circled the 10 game over 500 mark is the first benchmark.
Yes.
Is 20 the second checkpoint?
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
It's a good one to have in the crosshairs right now.
You're just blowing doors on people. That's just wild. All right, keep them coming. 877-794-1973. do we know who's starting for the Brewers yet? We'll have Hunter's recap in the next segment of the program.
Well, so
but like all of a sudden we're gonna have a call up start or
and I thought Dougie Russell, the love muscle, just broke some news during that update, really low key fashion, where he said Coleman Crow was going to start. Because I'm with you. I thought it was they said call up possibility.
Call up, yeah.
And that one I had no clue would be.
Gasser and Harden are next up out of the chute for Nashville, so they're both kind of ready to start if they wanted to call one of those guys up.
And is Tyson Harden maybe the more intriguing guy? He was their minor league pitcher of the year ago.
Interviewed him at the T-Rats game. We had occasion to interview him in my last visit to the to Neurosciences Group Stadium.
Well, I like that. You put a little bit of pixie dust on that young man, and now he rolls through.
When we talked to him, he was dealing. And, Andrew Fisher's raking at
16 bombs. He's got
Timber Rattlers. Yeah,
16 bombs. Oh my God!
Up a level. I think he's established dominance in the A-ball realm.
I think we can check that one off the box. I think that can be max. And now let's go down to Biloxi and go and have some fun down there.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was any confirmation. Didn't see it. I figured if there was, it might be on Twitter, which I obviously can't get on. But I didn't see anything either. But maybe we'll have another moment for the next Chris Signs of the world, right, Drew? Or the next guy that come up and have his moment. It does seem like, and I hate to say it, I mean, we're getting a little spoiled here. It seems like whoever the Brewers are putting in a uniform and on the mound is just getting outs. So I'm sure fans going to the game tonight, whether or not they follow the team closely, other than just how are they doing? And we watch a game over here, not really following every day what's going on, not aware of these pitchers, might see a guy they've never heard of and probably will just expect him to mow down another lineup tonight, like the Brewers' entire rotation has. It just seems like once you put a pitcher in a Brewers uniform, they find a way to just consistently get out. So I would say mostly whoever pitches for the Brewers, I wouldn't expect any different. That's just where we've been in terms of the food we've been fed.
Getting a little spoiled.
Yep.
Getting a little spoiled. They've established a standard for sure. And the Giants lineup isn't bad.
No.
Yeah, but Ryan,
that's the funniest part.
They got guys,
Chapman,
man.
You have talent.
They got guys up and down that can hurt you. So
I mean, it made me feel a little bit bad for knocking the left side of the infield when I saw Matt Chapman's second home run of the year on June 1st the other night.
Yeah,
because you want to talk about a hefty paycheck. I know he's taking something to the bank on the 1st and the 15th.
Trying to win the Trey Turner Award.
I mean, goodness gracious, that is about as rough of a start as you can have. And for 2 or 3 weeks ago, Drew, people were saying Rafael Devers was on the Javi Baez track of like get a big contract, get moved, and all of a sudden you might contend to be the worst position player in baseball. That's a wild one because their names would indicate your fantasy baseball team's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And instead, they have been very, very tough to the point where you're just getting mocked daily in the group chat.
Chapman just removed 2 years ago from a year in which he had a 7.1 WAR, a 790 OPS. He had 27 homers, was top, I think, 10 or 11 in MVP voting. And now he's down to 652 in the OPS. That's over 130 points less than his career average. Like you said, Billy only has the 2 homers, batting 234, on base 3. So he is really struggling. He's still playing good defense, which helps his value. But man, that is a kind of a drop. And he's 33 now. So one of many guys I would assume the Giants expecting to play better and expecting to be better, and he's just not doing it. So, and when you score 24 runs in 2 games like the Brewers have, you pretty much are helping your pitchers deal with whatever kind of lineup there is being put out there.
Hit us up 877-794-1973. Get your hot takes ready. We'll fire those up. We'll take them at any time.
Yeah,
but we really fire it up after 6.
So can you let me know how this one works? Just I'm trying to do the example for the listeners. Hot take: games are easier to win when you start the game with a 3-run homer in the first inning. Is that a decent hot take?
That's a hot take.
Okay, all right.
Good every time.
We'll lukewarm it. We'll start it out here early. Man, Rake Bowers once again delivering and starting out the festivities last night. Beautiful work.
He's starting to have that one peak year that you see from some Brewer greats such as Brady Clark and Podsednik and those guys that have that one real peak year. But Jake Bowers is continuing to really put together a special campaign, man. Is this something or what? Or the Brewers offense be without him? I mean, games like last night, maybe okay, but all year he's kind of been the steady bat, the one you probably expect the least to be the steady bat, and he's been the one. So it's pretty awesome to see what he's doing. earning his spot at the major league level this year, obviously.
That's right. We're off and running. The Wednesday edition, already to hump day, although it's a short week for Armen as he's going to go international.
He's
now.
leaving.
He's leaving town to try to find his X account. Try to find the hackers who took
That
down his
makes
X
sense.
account.
He's going to unload all those bullets on you. So you all better watch out because it is coming hot and heavy from that side of the glass.
Yep. Get yourself a comfortable chair and a cold or hot beverage of your choice and buckle up to hang out with us. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. It's the Wednesday edition of the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, iHeart app everywhere. And of course, Facebook, X, and YouTube. X, the site where Armen Sarian's struggling to get his identity back.
One of many things I'm struggling with. It
Extolling the customer service for X.
Oh, they've been just terrible.
They fired everybody.
Yeah, but we already knew that. But yeah, their support seems to be unresponsive. But if you really believe, like some people that are close to me, and Billy said it, earlier in the week, you really find out about your friends, like what was your comment, Billy? You find out about their attitude.
Well, you find out about their intelligence
level. And I did get I had a nice conversation with somebody that wasn't completely sure yesterday.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure, because if indeed I'm missing out on the chance to get put on game, and that you don't have this sweet alter ego named Mentor V, which again is a pretty sweet nickname, one that I would be interested to take some advice from. I understand why people would be questioning it.
Yeah, and the college. So
the money's tight nowadays. When you watch somebody that you've known for your entire life, love
and trust
for your entire life, roll up in a brand new $180,000 Maybach, and he's posting stacks of $25,000 in cash. Yeah, I'm going to talk to my man Armen Sarian and figure out, Drew, how I can get put on that game.
Yeah, at least the posts have been so
And as long
absurd.
as it means that I don't have to build some random tunnel, which I saw about earlier today.
I heard about that too. Woo. Yeah, as long as the posts have been so absurd, I guess that's the saving grace. Is I thought no one could possibly believe that. But you know what? There's some, I got to call a question well, what really, you got hacked, right? You okay? That's the first thing people ask. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, blink twice if you're all right.
I'm good. I was hacked. I'm not putting stacks of 10 rubber bands worth of 10 racks on the internet. Pictures of
but you can't be too sure nowadays, because you are going to Miami. And Drew, South Beach changes people, doesn't it?
It does. It's been known to.
It's been known to even corrupt the most courageous folks.
Is this a wedding trip you're on, or?
Yeah, my cousin's bachelor party.
Oh boy!
So his wedding's coming up, and I'm going to his bachelor party. And
you're gonna liven up the crowd. That's what I'm talking
about.
Billy
knows this because
South Beach Sarian.
I'm kind of
the rompers are ready, Drew.
Yeah,
he's got the banana romper ready. No pause.
I'm getting old, and I think my days of partying with 20-year-olds, I'm just all right, here we go.
Well, wait, how old's your cousin?
He's 20, 28, 29, I think.
28, 29. So it's not, come on. He's not
but I'm an old man.
That's true.
Now. I don't know if I'm ready to pop bottles at 11, the club.
Yeah, but to Drew's point, you're okay. You are talking 11 p.m. Okay, when you said that, you're not ready.
I'll be sleeping by 11.
I was chatting with my cousin because we both have birthdays around the same time, and she was saying how there's a 10-year gap. I'm 10 years older than she is, and when we were younger, she's like, that was like the world.
Oh, 1,000%.
That was you were just a total adult. When you're 6 or 7 and someone's 16, 17, the gap is
totally different humans.
Unimaginable. Mm-hmm. Now it's she's now you just a peer. It's not that big. It's not that big a deal.
Well, that part is true.
So the older you get,
we're both adults, but I don't think I'm going to be able to hang with I don't know.
Well, don't put that into your mind right now.
Not with that attitude.
Thank you, Drew. I mean, right now what you need to be talking about is, where are my hydration levels?
Yes.
Right. Am I getting ready, and am I going to be able to go Pedialyte or the Gatorade Light in the morning to get those electrolytes back
there's
up?
Going to be there's going to be 15 dudes in their 20s at this Airbnb, probably excited, partying all night till 4 a.m. They're going to be up at noon, and I'm going to be up at 7 o'clock, being I don't know what to do right now.
You'll be making the potatoes.
I have to make breakfast. I'm going to do something because I can't. Nothing to do because nobody.
Are you going to turn into the den mother here?
Probably.
There's a chance he will. He's going to go back to his RA roots.
Oh, there's a really good chance, Drew. There's a really good chance.
And guess what?
Young fellas, youngsters, I did put cold waters into the fridge. I would suggest each one have one before bed.
Yeah.
To make sure that
we take one with you.
Mixing the water. And I'm going to be going over the Airbnb garbage rules to make sure we make sure you
get the deposit back.
Oh my gosh. I just know this is I'm going to be up at 8 a.m, trying to walking around all right, this is nice. I can start with a walk at 8:30, but all right, now what? I can't read Twitter. So what am I going to do? Yeah. I'm trying to get the paper, get the Miami Herald.
What you could be doing is watching this Eric Corgi go nuts on the NBA Finals again, but you can find ways.
I heard about that.
If you could.
No, it'll be a good time, actually. I'm excited for a couple days at least.
In South Beach Sarian. Wearing a romper.
Yeah,
he's already cushioning it, Drew.
Are there activities already planned? You guys gonna go watch Highlight or something? You're gonna go, what are you gonna do?
I would love to watch Highlight. That's like a great old man Miami thing to do. Like go to the Highlight's the game they used to bet on, Billy, where they used to whip the ball against the wall and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if you knew that. I
would. This is the 10-year age gap that Drew's talking about. I'm not that much younger. We are now at this point. We understand a little bit more. Yeah. So you need to put on your big boy pants and get ready to party all night long.
Yeah, I will.
Listen to Rock's entrance song from yesterday's show. You know, he was a dancing queen. Didn't realize he was only 17.
Sure.
And those feet can be 17 for 2 or 3 nights while you're down there in South Beach.
Don't worry. I'll be there twerking on yachts, whatever you want.
You got to represent us down there. I want to see you on TMZ getting interviewed. There's got to be some kind of incident there. I want to see it.
The only way to get on TMZ is if you're coaching the
NFL. And there was no chance that Armen was going to be posting updates on his X account anyway, because he's a Snapchat guy at heart.
That's true.
Like you would be a lot more gutted if you had no access to Snapchat.
Yeah, it would be tough because I use it a lot for the people close, like for family and stuff. And I do use it. I use Twitter and Snapchat. But you're right, Snapchat is one that that would be tough. Gosh, that would be tough.
You're addicted.
Missed some great moments.
I am learning the last 48 hours that I needed a little less of Twitter. I am learning that a little bit. Like
I think everybody does.
It's just hard because I do feel we use it to get info for work and to see things. And I'm like, I count on my 10 posts a day that Billy sends me to entertain me, and I don't have those right now.
Well, and that was the one part that I did feel bad, where I realized that I DM'd your hacker a couple of really golden videos yesterday.
That's good.
Some incredible Korean street food.
I'm surprised he hasn't used that as an entree to come after your account.
Right. Just be careful, Billy, and 2-factor authenticate that thing.
I was very nervous.
Because let me tell you something. Whatever you can do to annoy that asshole, I'd be pretty excited for.
Let's ride. Let's go.
Well,
I love it.
It's a safe harbor. Yeah, annoy him, please.
Yes,
all right?
Annoy the guy.
Please, annoy that talentless hack. All right, whatever jerk that did this to me. I mean, the garbage pickers of the internet.
Let's get back to what we want to talk about. The bachelor party. So do we have the itinerary? Sure. Do we have a plan, or are we all just going to be free winging it? Because I'm going to a bachelor party in August, Drew. I didn't realize that we were on game like this for guys. I thought the bachelor party was the one you kind of show up to. There's a rough outline, right? It's like before you do the first draft of your paper in school.
Exactly.
This is the 5 things we're going to do, and we're going to figure out when. Man, I got detailed when we're leaving, where breakfast is, itinerary. What time breakfast is, and this might be a little different than I was planning.
Who's the Excel spreadsheet egghead that came up with that? You know?
Yeah, right.
Who's the Armen of that trip?
One of the accounting guys I'm guessing from Marquette that came through on the trip.
Which some people I think enjoy more than others. I have a buddy that's like, if I don't have a plan and I don't have structure, I need organization.
My God. See, now that is a whole philosophical thing about going on vacation. Because when I go on vacation, like, we'll get around to it. Like, do you want to take the son up for this excursion? Like, if we wake up and feel like going, we'll go.
We'll go.
It's just like, I'm more of a let's just roll into it, let the day happen.
The best part of
than having 15 different things to do and be here at this time. Like, that's not what vacation is to me.
No, vacation is kicking my feet up and figuring out what I want to do.
Exactly.
It's to have no schedule, right?
That's why
in radio we work on schedules and hard deadlines, at least during the show, and we're like, the pleasure of our day is to
we really work on those hard deadlines. We're really good on those hard deadlines.
For sure.
Well,
hard deadline, like trying to get enough sleep to wake up here and
media
make it.
That we've done that. I get your point, but you're more structured in this sense. I'm with you guys. I like the idea of having unstructured kind of play time.
Yeah, but it's hard to do when you have a group of people. Plus, it's herding cats, because I've talked to El Baldo Zabe, who celebrated a birthday just the other day.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
He does those golf outings and stuff, and he does the Zabe Vegas. Armen, you saw that. Wrangling people and getting a group of guys to adhere to any schedule is rough, especially when there's fermented beverages involved.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you're on your own.
Well, and then probably even harder when you got guys like you and I, where it's like, we'll go at some point. We're hanging out here.
Hanging out here.
This bar's good. This is good. We'll get there at some point.
And
we'll make it over there.
And the thing is, I think when people are on a trip like this, they want to have some flexibility to just do what they want. If we're doing good at the pool and like everyone's feeling good, then we don't want to leave.
Spitting game.
We don't want to leave. We're not going to leave it. Someone's spitting game, maybe out. One of the party goers
get distracted.
It's like, I get it. It's like, no, I don't. No one wants to be the schedule guy. That like, we had this written down for 4:30. we're supposed to shower now and then go for like a bike ride. Like, you know what I mean? It is almost like you have to have some flexibility. So I think the dinners are planned, and that's probably enough. But other than that, it might be a little.
Not going to go to a Marlins game. No one else does.
We're going any Marlins.
You could probably get yourself really, really good seats.
Actually,
Nice
I wouldn't mind going. I mean, you're absolutely right. I just don't think.
No,
you just have to know in a
there's
group
other
like
things
this,
to
you're
do.
not.
Maybe if they have a day game, that could be the time while all the boys are sleeping. That
Armen's going to be
the
at
grandpa
some
goes
kind
and
of
does something.
velvet rope club with bottle service where there's going to be like, you know, Instagram famous influencers there and stuff.
Where the vodka soda is going to be $29.99. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, don't even think about
They're
that. The
hanging
bottle's
with,
already there, so you've already paid for
Oh,
it.
They're
sure,
hanging with
that's true.
Sophie and Piper and the rest of the,
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh!
And the little sparklers are gonna be coming out of the neon sign that
Influencers.
comes through.
Sign, like they come through with the sign that says party, and then you
Beach
sit there and
sorry.
realize you just paid $800 for.
Did you
a
guys
bottle
get the
of
big
Skull vodka.
inflatable rings? Like the big balloon
No,
rings,
that's
or
what girls do, man.
are we gonna do an archway here?
Yeah, that's what girls do. No, I didn't do any of it. I'm just showing up. All right. I did not get any balloon archway. Guys do not do that. All right. Girls do that. That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong?
No,
That's
I'm.
a bachelorette party thing.
But you don't know.
I'm not the
I
best man,
just think
so-
you don't know at certain points,
Maybe.
especially if we're going to South Beach. You might be having yourself. Maybe you guys are going to be finding a boat
Right.
trip that finds somebody deciding that they want it to work off the front of
Well,
it.
that is possible.
Miami changes people, man.
It
I'm
does.
telling you.
It does. My other cousin's the best man, his brother. So he's like, hey, Armen, this was a few weeks ago. He's like, if you have any ideas, I know you've been to a couple Miami bachelor parties. I'm like, all right, you know, we get the cigar rolling thing in Little Havana. You know, you could do all those things. We did that before. I mean, there are activities. You know, there's a casino down there. You know, there are activities down there. But, you know, I don't think, you know, me, I go for the ones that don't cost as much. So I'm like, yeah, walking around.
Walking
places-
down on the beach. That's a good
places
one.
to walk on the beach are pretty good. And boy, the Rays game though, that sounds interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to get to. I don't even know what their schedule is. But
Not
Billy,
the Rays, the
The
Marlins.
Marlins. You got me at
Marlins.
cigar rolling, and I'm
Not
thinking
Rays.
about all of the possibilities of the cigar
Oh.
rolling. That
Yeah,
could be a
that's
good
good.
time.
That's good. But
That
I
could be a
don't-
very good time.
But I don't. Are we going to be renting jet skis and doing all that cool stuff? I don't know yet. But I'm kind of excited to see what's in store. But I know what's in store for me. It's getting up early, looking around, identifying the birds there.
See, it feels like you're at the point in time where you're like, man, I really wish I wasn't going on a bachelor party.
You know what? There's a point of view where it's like, you know, am I ready for this kind of?
Am I ready?
100%.
But-
And then there's that time in life where a lot of my friends are at, Drew, where we've asked a bunch of our friends that are just into relationships, you know, the guys that have had a couple of kids and haven't gone out for a couple of times, wondering exactly, hey, do I still have it? If necessarily, if indeed it took 3 full days of drinking
Sure.
consecutively, do I still have that in me?
That's a good one.
Where you look around to the boys and say, hey, why don't one of you guys pop the question so we can have a reason to go on a bachelor party? Like there's levels to it, but
There are.
I am going to hit that fine line, Armen, where I think I'm going to get to the point of, hey, call me for the golf trip in Myrtle Beach.
I was just going to say,
Instead of the bachelor
when does
party
that,
in
when
Miami.
does it, yeah, they evolve into golf trips and
That,
stuff.
that being said, excited to see my. I have a couple cousins. Obviously, I'm gonna see. You know, one of them's getting married. Very excited to see them. Don't know any of his friends, but the one thing is, I'm good at that. You know, I'm usually good at being hang out, dude, and chopping it up and meeting people and entertain the crowd. So
I
maybe
think
that'll
you
be
might
my
be a
role.
really you don't know it right now. You might be the best wingman on this trip.
It's very possible. I might be.
Might be.
And,
As long as you don't go too deep into the hacking situation,
Oh my god!
but definitely drop it
Oh,
throughout.
those poor dudes. That's all they're gonna hear about all weekend is how my ex was hacked and this is so annoying. And what do you guys?
That's again the dangerous thing. Don't talk about your ex.
Don't. Okay, Twitter, X, Twitter. Yes, okay, good one. Yeah, I have to call it Twitter. Yeah. You don't want to because they don't know me yet. They're
No,
like,
you're
"What's
gonna
this guy
be
talking about?"
helping a couple of these young men out, and I'm very, very excited to hear
You
about
think
the
I'm gonna
reporting.
give some like advice to these guys and like
No,
mentorship?
I think you're gonna talk so well and eloquently and calmly to some young ladies there at the club where you guys are drinking those $48 vodka sodas. That one of these young men comes up and all of a sudden wins the prize.
because I'm the wingman, right? Oh, I guess if I can do it, if I can be a disarming, harmless kind of got a feature and then make them more comfortable. Okay, you know what? We'll talk to your group. We'll hang out. I'd love to help out my fellow men.
I think you're gonna weave that web throughout
Yeah.
that club, and the only reason why there's a possibility, which is generally the worst hunt of all.
Yes.
The bachelorette party
Yep.
is the most fruitless endeavor you can possibly
Really?
have.
No
Armen might
doubt.
be able to help.
Yes. Dobler, Armen can rent the metal detector and comb the beach in the mornings. Man, does that sound fun?
That
Does
sounds
that
like something he
sound
would do
fun?
for hours.
Let me tell you what. I mean, there was a guy that did that at Bradford Beach. You remember? That's right.
It'd be 4:00. Hey, Armen, where are you? Guys,
Listen.
I'm right here on the back end. I'm getting a lot of buzzes.
I have one goal and one goal only. That's to send a Snapchat that Bill Schmidt will be proud of. At least he can say, all right, Armen, you partied a little bit. I'm going to do something. I'm going
Do
to find
something.
something. Maybe a picture of a beer or something just to say, hey, see, I'm here. I exist.
I love it. That's a
I
classic.
tried that with the Patron bottles last week that were filled with water.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was a good deke.
Yeah. Again, you were pretty good until you admitted that they were water.
Yeah.
I know. I tell myself that's the problem. I don't stick with the.
He doesn't
scam.
commit to the bit. Stick with the
To
scam.
The bit.
Die with the
Commit
lie.
to
What
the
are you
bit.
doing, Sarian? Come on. All right. I don't know what happened that segment.
No clue.
I
No one
blacked
knows.
out. I blacked out. We haven't even talked about Josh Jacobs returning to Packers OTAs. We will chat about that as we move forward. And when we come back, we're going to hear from Hunter Baumgart, who's at the ballpark, boots on the ground for us, the host of the baseball pregame show. He will join us with his report on the Brewers' victory last night. That's coming up next. You are in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Drew, Billy, and Armen bringing it to you on this Wednesday in the Good Land. Hot Take Hump Day is upon us. 877-794-1973. Get you to the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. Hit us up. You can share those hot takes in advance if you'd like. Anything from the Brewers victory, Kyle Harrison, whether the Brewers deserve 2 all-star pitchers this year.
I love that.
Or is it 3 with Ashby?
Ooh, well, I mean, Armen already put the Nick Mears curse of an all-star call on Aaron Ashby, so definitely won't, but looked good. Looks like a possibility. What about a judge here on Vito and the 920? Because usually we don't take predictions. However, this one feels like a prediction that might be a little bit of a hot take because of how hot they've been. Vito and the 920, 52-52 the rest of the way out, gets the Brewers to 89 wins. That's where I'm going. Now, 89 wins is a benchmark right now. You still might have yourself a good chance to be able to, I don't necessarily know 89 wins is going to win the division, but 89 wins should put you into the dance and give you a chance. But that is a heck of a leg up that now you can play 500 baseball for the next 100+ games, and you're already going to be sitting with a real possibility to be getting into the dance.
That's good stuff when you're a third of now. Like the Tigers have a terrible record, right? And they're like the worst in ball last I checked.
And every conversation about the Tigers is about when are they going to trade Scoop?
Exactly, right? Because it just hasn't worked out. But can you write them off totally yet? I mean, they're in a division with the Twins and the White Sox.
That's the thing. The AL Central is bad. I think you can write them off just because they've been bad.
Wow, because only the Royals somehow have been even worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it's a terrible division.
They're really 11 out of the division and 6.5 out of the wild card. So if you were 6.5 out, you wouldn't say fold up the tent.
I mean, it's obviously possible. It's just.
But they're 14 under. So they, like I said, that's the thing. That's the peril of getting that, especially when you get to double digits under 500. Then it's just such a slog. And you got to play so hot over your skis for a month to get back to even. And then you got to get hot again.
Yeah.
So it's just having 500 as your tether is like, that's when we suck. We're 500.
You need a full reboot at that point, and you need 2 hot streaks. Man, the Royals have lost 17 of their last 21 games.
Really bad.
That is insanely
and this
bad.
Is the division with the White Sox, who are surprisingly pretty good. Decent this year. They've been the worst team in baseball the last few, and the White Sox are in second place, 32-29. It is kind of funny, but it's been a bad division. The entire American League has struggled in terms of getting wins because all the wins have been in the National League for the interleague play.
Yeah.
And the American League has been a little top heavy. The AL East has 2 really good teams, and I think the West is still the Mariners. Although they're only a few over 500. So it's been a really weird year so far. So you're right, Drew. With this playoff structure, no one's truly out of it. In this
you're just not. If you're 500 on September 1st, you're in the mix and you can scrap your way in. The NL Central, again, best division in ball. The last place Reds are 31-29.
Yeah, no longer
Puts
Comedy
them
Central.
7 games behind the Brewers. But the thing about the Reds is look deeper. Their runs allowed, they've allowed 300 runs. The Brewers have allowed 199.
Yeah, it's tough to keep winning when you.
So the Reds are minus 38 run differential. And that should add up, if you use the Pythagorean theorem of Bill James, that should have them at 26-34, and yet they're 31-29. So they're way overplaying where they are. And so they're also 9-18 against teams with winning records, whereas the Brewers are a whopping 23-12 against teams above 500.
And that is the one where, granted, last year's success will also, and the last number of years, it does feel, when I've talked to a couple of the more casual Brewers fans that are in my life, that number in that record, Drew, has engendered a little bit more confidence this year. Where a couple of years ago it would be, especially after you lose to a 3 by the Dodgers and the game 2 is as ugly as it looks like. There's that, we can't win when we go there. We still won't win when we get to the playoffs. That record of teams above 500 of what they've done seems like it is buoyed a little bit more of that. The other thing with the Reds, they just lost De La Cruz for a number of weeks. Like, there are some injuries in the division that are going to stack it up. And here come the Cubs once again. They just continually are sliding down this thing, but they're 3 games over 500, and that's a good benchmark to have. But Losing to the A's at Wrigley. There were some frustrated folks in the friendly confines yesterday. That's for sure.
They believe, Cubs, they believe they should be doing what the Brewers are doing, and they have done. And they were starting to do it this year until things turned around against their favor in 4R. So the frustration there is going to be palpable. I think anytime they lose and the Brewers keep winning, it's one of those things you love to see it because they can't get out of their heads with that one.
When I don't like to, well, I do like to compare across sports boundaries, but the Atlanta Braves are baseball's version of the Pistons, playing their asses off, putting up ridiculous numbers, and no one's paying any attention. Everybody cares about. You always hear, "Oh, Shohei again! Oh, those Dodgers! Damn those Dodgers!" The Dodgers are looking up at the Braves.
Yeah, the Braves are doing.
Braves
all this.
are 41-20. It's obscene,
and that totally makes them the talk of the AL or NL East, right? No, the bottom feeding Mets still end up being the talker.
The Mets end up being. Yeah.
People can't fathom the fact of how much money they've spent, how bad they've been.
And the Phillies, who got really hot after they got hired Mattingly, and now it's kind of like come back to earth a little bit.
They went 15-4 after they hired him, and just like you said, you dig yourself that kind of hole, man. It is now you got to have another hot streak to try to get back into it. Now that you're at 500, and that they have kicked themselves down to earth. The more that I've been looking at some of the deeper numbers, and we get back to the game here tonight for the Crew and who's going to be potentially going, they're steadying themselves when their back half of the rotation is very much in flux. I think we all anticipated Priester would be back here by now, hoping maybe we would have better news by Woodruff at this point, but early June, I think, was a good forecast for it. Man, this Tyson Harden would be a very interesting one to come up here from Nashville, Drew, and start for the Crew at 24 years old. And again, I'm not just going to throw it just because of the Bulldog nature, but a Mississippi State kid coming in here in a 12th round pick feels like we can tap into another Brandon Woodruff possibility. And you get the Hale State boys in there. Woody would be very excited, I think, to see Harden get the ball tonight.
Big time. 877-794-1973. You need to know that because Hot Take Hump Day is upon us, and we're going to start firing those missives coming up right after the break. Dolph's going to join us at 6:30 today. So please get yourself, as we like to say, a comfortable chair, a cold or hot beverage of your choice.
And tell a friend, because Armen's not able to send out our link to as many of your friends right now. Just let them know.
Got to be hurting our streaming numbers because our most enthusiastic supporter on X is the account previously owned by Armen Sarian, now owned by some guy in his basement in Malaysia somewhere.
Is currently telling you about how you need to get crypto approved.
Yeah, sharing Cartier watches.
Just awful. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and welcome to the Huddle.
I'm all for someone huddling if you have something to say.
It's time to wake up and talk about the teams you love with the guys you love.
It's just about getting the group together. I need you, you need me today. Let's keep touching each other. Let's make sure we feel each other. Let's make sure we smell each other's breath.
Watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
You need 15 or 20 huddles to correlate with a number of cameras. Take the cameras off the field and there'll be no huddles.
Now gather around because it's time to huddle up.
West left slot, 323 wide stick on one. Ready, Bill for blitz. If it looks like man coverage, I'll check. I'll go 200 yes. You got to cut and crack. Now cut and crack. Red right 18 Bob on one. Ready, cut him and crack.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here. and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
We know exactly what we got to do. All right? That's all the good boy got to do. Let's go out and kick the tape. All right? 1, 2, 3. Keep doing what you're doing. Get our guys after and make the play. Be right all the way outside. Wide, left, fake, 396 bag, D hand, C puck. Is that long enough for you?
I want you to be proud of your profession. It's a great profession. Go out there and play this ball game like I know you can play it.
With Drew Olson,
Mythical, legendary figure.
Bill Schmid,
Oh my God, this man's been out all night.
and Armen Sarian.
Zip, don't get scared now.
Sanchez, we ready?
Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin is on the air.
Rolling through a Wednesday in the good land. It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, streaming live on Facebook, X, and YouTube, as well as the iHeartRadio app. Drew Olson, Bill Schmid, Armen Sarian. We are skating at full strength.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Until Friday when South Beach Sarian leaves us for a bachelor party.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're proud of you, man. We're
Appreciate
go out there and fly
I'm
that flag and
jealous.
enjoy it.
Nice.
Very jealous over on this side.
Appreciate you guys.
South-
You'll have good weather here.
South Beach Sarian with the romper. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Should I
That's
bring
going to
the
be a lot.
two-piece romper there? Should I bring the bright pink one?
I think so, yes.
You know you have both of them packed. Why are you asking us?
Yeah.
We know
Absolutely.
you got the banana one and the pink one. Come on now.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. Yeah.
All right. We're going to take your hot takes at 877-794-1973 because it's Hot Take Hump Day. But first things first, we have to listen to Hunter Baumgart's recap of the proceedings last evening at the ballpark as the Brewers handed the Gigantes of San Francisco another L. Brewers winning behind Kyle Harrison, who had 12 punch-outs. Let's have Hunter's recap brought to us by our friends at Import Minded. Take it away, Hunter Baumgart.
Thanks, guys. Another Brewers win, an 8-3 victory over the San Francisco Giants last night, and Kyle Harrison stole the show again. 5+ innings, 1 run allowed. It was a Willie Donis home run, but otherwise he was dominant. 12 strikeouts, that ties his career high, his third 10+ strikeout game in 2026. And a timely message from Pat Murphy after the first inning might have put him really on track after that first inning. Brewers manager Pat Murphy realizing that Harrison seemed a little amped up because he was facing his former team, the San Francisco Giants, and he pulled him aside. Take a listen.
I mean, I think that always brings out emotion, and I think it can be very dangerous, and it doesn't always help. You know what I mean? And I thought it took him off kilter a little bit. I talked to him after the first inning, and hey man, this is about the Brewers. You know, this isn't about you and where you used to play. They gave you an opportunity. You know what? And he didn't. He looked at me like I got it. You know, so I was creating something in my mind probably that he probably wasn't there, but I felt like he was a little amped up. It was awfully good. You know, awfully good.
And here's Kyle Harrison's side of it.
You know, he walked by me and I was just like, working a little too hard right now. And he told me, it's about these guys, behind us. And, that really just set in with me. And it's like, I don't know how to do anything more. I just got to go out and be myself, and got a great defense behind me. So let's use them.
So a great timely message there from Murph. And the Brewers, I mean, what can you say? They're just simply red hot, right? Jake Bauers, a 3-run home run. They scored 4 runs with 2 outs in the 8th inning to put it away. McGill finished it out in the 9th inning. Brewers are 19-5 in their last 24 games. They're 7-1 in their last 8, and they're 37-21 on the season. 16 games over 500 for the first time in 2026. Brewers back in action tonight. Game 3 of this 4-game series against San Francisco. We don't know the starter yet. Pat Murphy hinted that it might be a transaction coming, and that's why they're holding off on naming the starter. So we'll keep you posted on the baseball pregame show at 5:30 this evening here on Fox Sports 920 in Milwaukee and our social channels. This report brought to you by Import Minded, your trusted choice for exceptional vehicle care on South 27th, just north of 894. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Hunter Baumgart. Our boots on the ground. Thank you, Import Minded, as well.
Transaction coming, yeah.
Yeah, we like that one, and definitely keeping an eye towards maybe Robert Gasser, another one from AAA coming. Drew, you hear that, and you were in clubhouses in a time where the personal relationship, I think, with managers and the players was always even higher. A guy that played with Gar, that understood what all these guys are going through. Murph didn't play at this level, but for him to be able to see, understand, and then give a quick message. Don't belabor it. Just drop something in quick. That's heady stuff, and something that not all managers or head coaches, I think, are equipped to be able to do.
No, they'd probably let the guy suffer and let them slog through it.
I'm not gonna just touch it on
bring it up
on it quick.
And it's funny that Murph thought, oh, maybe I was putting more into it there than he was. He was.
I love that. I love that he's just so good with the young guys, though. Maybe to have an idea, that this might be what's going on in Kyle's head. It's like he has this pulse on the guys right away, where he's can think what they're thinking, and if that's actually true, and you're walking in and you're thinking about that a little bit, and then Murph articulates it, you're like, boy, this guy knows exactly what I'm thinking, and he knows what's best for me. He knows what's going on with me. He's just so good working with young guys in that sense, that he has an idea of what might motivate them, what might make them take a little bit, and you can see the guys respond in kind, and it's pretty impressive. I like seeing a hat that sweaty, by the way. Kyle Harrison's got salt stains all over his hat. That means he's working. I love that.
That is true.
Yeah.
That means he's working.
And Garrett Mitchell's dumping some water on him, but yeah, one of those.
Al Frelick's jersey's dirty. He's working hard.
Love it.
Getting in there and getting dirty.
So we don't usually play this game with baseball because on any given day, right? You can lose. Like, Miz can lose. Skeens can get lit up. Things can go sideways. I think baseball is the hardest sport that we follow to bet.
That could be fair. Yes, there can be the best value, but it is one of the toughest ones to think that you got any kind of a beat on, no doubt.
But the Brewers have outscored the Giants in the first two games of this series by 24-5. The Giants aren't good. Now their chances tonight, they got Logan Webb, one of their best guys going, right? So that's
Big
their
time.
chance. It's also the theme night for the backyard baseball. So Pablo Sancho's probably walking around again.
Tilts it very much in the Brewers' favor.
Bobblehead given away.
Yeah.
But we don't usually play this game, but the Brewers' next 8 games, they got the 2 left here on the back half of the series with the Giants tonight, and then a matinee tomorrow. Then they go to Colorado for the weekend. The Rockies suck. And then they go to Vegas to play in the AAA park as a preview, a little appetizer for the A's that are playing some games in Vegas. So these next 8 games for the Brewers, it would behoove them to play well. Then they go into an off day a week from tomorrow. And then they play on the back end of this month, the Phillies, the Guardians, the Braves, the Reds, and the Cubs. Ooh. So the back half of this month, the schedule tightens a little bit. Big time does. Yes. Right? So these next 8 games, you don't want to take anything for granted, and nothing's in the bank. Nothing's guaranteed. But, a 5-3 record in these next 8 games sets you up pretty well for what's to come if you have a stretch where you're playing at 500 for 15 games.
Yeah, especially where the starting rotation is, Drew, right? Like it is a very nice time to hit this portion of the schedule where you might have to call on a gasser again who hasn't been great at the major leagues yet. Coleman Crow has been more than serviceable, but to be able to do some work on these teams, you have to. I'm excited to see what Mizorowski looks like in Colorado and how that potentially messes around with him. And the A's are a feisty club and they can get on you offensively. But again, those are 3 games. You would assume that you're winning more and more series here.
You would hope. I mean, just clip off and win these series is the big thing. Tonight, it's hard to win a 4-gamer, but if they can win tonight or tomorrow, they'll take that one. And then, again, it looks like a soft spot on the schedule and you can't take it for granted, but it should be a soft spot on the schedule. They should win series against the Rockies and the A's, even on the road. They should.
And the hot take out of this one is when I see this and think about it, and as I just mentioned, how on earth are we not going to Vegas for these A's games? We'll wait till they put up the nice new stadium and we'll go to that one by the Flamingo, or the old Tropicana spot. But this might be one of the sweetest 6-game road trips that you could possibly go on. If you were just going to say, I'm going to take a week of vacation and go and follow where the Brewers are going to go to the Mile, Get High City, and then into Sin City. That might be the best back-to-back that you could be having. Sorry, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. I apologize to Cincinnati, St. Louis. That's going to be the best pairing of cities I think that you're going to go to.
No, that's not a hot take, Billy. That's a correct take. I would say it's an accurate take. And I would say it's probably not only a great hot take, but it's probably good for your wake and bake of the day as well. Denver and Vegas. I mean,
both places. Yeah, both places allowed. Both places, maybe not even just allowed, maybe just encouraged.
Yeah,
encouraged.
And you say, Drew, and you're right. You're spot on. Jacob Mizorowski could lose any game.
Anything can happen.
I keep looking at every single time Mizorowski and Harrison are slated as the probable starters as just a win and check it off the box. Because I don't know how, especially. Right. Maybe the altitude again. That's why I'm interested to see Miz in Colorado. The contact that otherwise is rather soft and mundane. The only hits that people have been getting off Mizorowski is when they can somehow allow the velocity on the pitch to do the work, pop that thing up into the air, and you don't know how far it's going to travel.
Yeah, exactly. That you use its natural momentum, as they would tell us in the league. But the thing is, a team could get to the bullpen. They could do those things. He's not going to win every start the rest of his career, but it does sure feel like those are dubs you put in there. It is
fun.
We do have a couple hot takes on the YouTube comments. They're hot and heavy earlier on in the morning.
Let's go.
If you want to get a couple of them.
Fresh off the griddle.
Let's start. Yeah, fresh off the griddle. Let's start with the Wisconsin Sports Fanatic on the YouTube comments. Jesus Made is the next Robin Yount. Call him up now. He's got a better bat than Ortiz. I don't think that's a hot take. Hamilton the third for now. Thoughts, fellas? Is it too early to call up Made? Well, we talked about Cooper Pratt a lot, guys, and Made is his question.
Well, yeah, Drew, it might be
Andrew Fisher to play third base.
The holy cow! Well,
he's another guy.
He did also, and the Fisher one's fascinating because he saw some of the big league pitching in the WBC, albeit maybe not the highest of high level big league pitching, but some pretty dang good pitching that he was facing there. And that might be another question, Drew, of how close and how much better college baseball has gotten. How much easier the transition can be for Fisher, right? Because he dominated the SEC best league in college. Maybe that line is a little bit higher than where it was one time. Made, I just don't want to rush, but it has got to be difficult to see every single highlight that he puts up there at AA and not be trying to fast track him even more than they already kind of are.
You would think.
And they're doing a good job of being able to temper some, not expectations or excitement for it, but they're showcasing a decent amount of patience, because when he's hitting balls through people's dry windshields out there at that poor Biloxi Park, if I got to see one more of him knocking somebody's windshield out,
walk to the
again,
game.
That would be one where I'm walking from Target to the game. If Jesus Made is going to be putting one into the right field bleachers, that's the only spot I can park. I'll find some street parking down the road.
I mean, take an Uber, walk, ride your bike, do anything to get your car.
Well, actually, they got to have some casino shuttles.
I would think so. Get your car out of harm's way. All right, here's another one from Gilbert something. Hot take. Sorry, Gilbert, I couldn't read the rest. MZ. Hot take. Jake Bauers will hit 40 homers and have 120 RBI. That is a hot take. I mean, 40 is a wild number, guys, but he's already got 10.
Wow. I mean, 40, that's a stretch. Predictions.
I don't think he's getting that. But that's a hot take.
But I like that he's understanding the assignment. Right. Let's get hot and let's get questionable. Could you see 30 for Jake Bauers here towards the back end? Again, 20 bombs in 100 games is a lot, but he's going to get, you would assume, over the next 100 games, the last 100 here in the season, the most at bats he's gotten for a stretch run of the year, because he's earned to the point where it's hard to keep him out of the lineup.
That's true.
All right. Will it be? Here's one from Boss Dobler. I believe I had one. He says that Thomas Pannone will get called up to be a starter for the Brewers for a start from the sounds. I think that's a hot take because he's a relief pitcher, I think, mostly. Lefty relief pitcher for AAA. So I don't think that's the guy that's going to be called up.
I mean, you don't call up an opener, I don't think.
Right. Maybe, I suppose you never know, but that would be a hot take. And Eric from the Prairie, I see Armen is letting us know how much money he has from crypto, Mr. Crypto. Yeah, still hacked. Not the Crypto King. Please tell the world my story.
Not yet.
It's not me. Yet. I'm hacked. Okay, I'm not dropping stacks.
Dan in West Bend, hot take. Armen's X password was pickles123.
If it was, I might have been protected.
He probably would have had a better chance. Yeah,
you might have had a better one. I went with password with a capital P, but I guess I was wrong there too.
All right. Hot takes regarding what's going to transpire this evening. San Antonio, New York, firing up game 1 of the NBA Finals. My hot take is I don't understand why the Spurs are such a clear favorite by the guys in Vegas. What am I missing? Like, I think this is a pick 'em at best, and I'm leaning Knicks, but the Spurs are a pretty clear favorite to win the series. Billy, what am I missing, and what is Vegas trying to do to me?
The part of what in judging what the market is always on what people are betting. I wonder if some of it is they don't want to take a ton of San Antonio money because they know people want to bet Wemby. People believe that slaying the dragon of OKC just means that was a decided title. The tough part for me is what kind of OKC team did the Spurs just beat? They beat one without their second and third best shot creators.
Yeah, definitely.
And with Chet Holmgren playing like he was in a U17 tournament. So that's a difficult series for me to take everything off of. SGA was really good in game 7, but he clearly ran out of gas because they just had more. I think the Knicks are the healthier team.
The rest are more rested.
They're definitely the more rested. And they've been the best team in the sport over the last month and a half. So I'm with you. I've flipped back and forth. I started out hot on San Antonio, love the value with the Knicks. And right now at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, they had a big day yesterday. Congratulations, Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Huge day for
Huge day.
Congratulations, Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Congrats to all involved.
And the Green Bay Packers for their monumental partnership. But Knicks plus 160? Drew,
yeah, man.
And if you really want to have some fun, Knicks in 6 at plus 500 to win at MSG in what could be one of the hottest sports environments we've seen over the last 3 or 4 decades. Yeah, I'm with you. And also I've done maybe the stranger thing for me on this is I've done the 180 where I feel like I almost want it for the Knicks fans. I almost kind of want it for the Knicks.
Morgan, Spike Lee, Ben Stiller.
But for those guys, you've had something interesting though, Billy, that I think I've tapped into a bit, which I didn't think would be you. That's usually another thing. You don't want the Spurs and Wemby to get it too quickly, right? Like you've been saying that, they have to pay a little more penance. It can't be this easy.
It's not supposed to be this easy. Right. You're not supposed to go in your first playoffs and just win the whole shooting match.
Hey, who do you think you are, Magic Johnson?
Thank you. Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think this is, the Showtime Lakers?
Now, Larry's easy to Larry, because you got me thinking Magic. Wemby's easy to like, definitely. Easy guy to like. The Spurs are an easy team to like, and we see a lot of people rallying around them. But I tend to agree, Billy. I don't think the Knicks are distasteful, except for that from New York for some people. This is sort of a team that people seem to enjoy too. Maybe I don't say underdogs, but
here's a hot take for you.
Nice
if the Knicks do win, Jalen Brunson becomes the toast of New York, and he is gilded for life, and he moves into, you can argue whether he deserves it or not, but he moves into the pantheon of New York legends, like the guys on, like the former guys, but even higher. I think he slides up almost to Derek Jeter status.
Yeah, Drew, I don't think it's a hot take to say he becomes the most famous and best Knick of all time.
Yeah, he's up there. He'd be in the discussion right away. For this generation to end the drought the way Giannis did with the Bucks.
Yes,
their droughts.
Never won. He's at Patrick status because Patrick never won.
I know.
He was a Hall of Famer there, obviously, and looks like Jalen could be.
He slides into that New York thing because Mark Messier, obviously spent a bulk of his career in Edmonton, but when he went to the Rangers and he carried them to a 1994 Stanley Cup, ending a drought of 54 years, he became a made man and forever in New York. And Brunson's been there and has more roots in his backstory when history with the Knicks that he becomes the guy. He might be number one. He might move past Clyde Frazier and some of those legends. For a lot of people, he's going to become Mr. Knick.
Yes, and the Clyde one is the best one because obviously they win 2 titles? Did they win 2 when Clyde was there in the 70s?
2 and 3 years.
And he was and has been the face of the Knicks, right? Like as the guy sitting next to Breen for so long, he'd be that dude. The other part of Brunson is, Drew, there's a gravitational pull to how they have won and how enjoyable they are to watch play, because you can tell they all actually enjoy being around each other and playing together because they've played together for so long. At least the Villanova guys of the Bridges and Hart and do it all for you and anything you possibly can. And it hasn't been like Karl Anthony Towns has been the most beloved figure in his basketball career. He's taken ups and downs, but he's small, he's gritty, physical. He's everything that a Knicks fan would love to be able to say that was just born and bred playing on the streets of Harlem and back doors. And that's how we have to play. We got to be able to control the ball, play off 2 feet. And then he also had some Philly connections. He swiped them from there. Yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons why he would be the number one dude. And that list is really short that you just put on there. Jeter, Messier.
Well, Namath maybe.
Yeah, Namath
but,
still.
Yeah, but that's like 60 years ago. I was going to say Eli because when Drew says this generation's guys, that's a 4-pack that's going to be really, really tough to beat. But you're right. Then
otherwise the line of Yankees also.
And that one would go to Mantle, Namath,
what all those guys, Yogi Berra,
LT,
but
but
Reggie Jackson, all those
that's a pretty impressive list to be able to carve yourself into. And yeah, they win it. He's gonna be a tough one at the top of that mantle for Knicks fans.
Well, I think for the point you made about generations too. Every generation seems to have their guy. The Walt Frazier, the Willis Reed guys will be there, but that's also 60 years ago almost.
They love John Starks, and he never won.
Starks and Ewing were those.
He went
guys.
2 for 17 in a playoff game.
Oh, Starks game 7 in the '94 was terrible. I mean, that was one of the worst game 7s of all time.
James Harden was saying, "Geez, we got off my back."
Now, Ewing is still probably the best Knick of all. I mean, maybe because they didn't draft him. That's the only thing you could say about Brunson is he didn't come up with the Knicks, but he basically has been a Knick. And he's taken, I think, you could argue he's taken less money than he could have gotten to stay with the Knicks to help them get better. So, yes, if he wins the title, he's definitely there for this generation. The way Knicks fans have been starved, the way they've been begging for a title, the way they've done, those fans have just been going crazy for it. They're going to put him in that pantheon. And deservedly so, I think, if they can find a way. I think they have a puncher's chance. To your guys' point, it seems like nobody else has given them. Family member yesterday goes, Armen, are they going to get swept? I'm like, who? The Knicks? Are the Knicks going to get swept? No, I don't think I definitely don't think really.
Definitely not.
But isn't Karl Towns soft? That's what I keep hearing. Isn't Cat soft? So we'll see. But Wemby doesn't play bully ball either. He's just a specimen more. So I don't know. I think it's going to be an extremely interesting series. I can't imagine the Knicks losing in the Garden. It's hard to see it until I see it with my own eyes because of how raucous that building will be. But when the Spurs do put that lineup out, yes, it was a banged up Oklahoma City team, but that was a good team they beat. When they put that lineup out there and they can put a guard in jail the way they put SGA in there, that makes me think, will they do that to Jalen Brunson successfully to bracket that coverage and things like that? Although I think Jalen's a little bit more crafty getting to the rim right now than SGA, who has been in the playoffs.
Okay, how about this for a hot take out of the finals? If the Knicks win the title, Nico Harrison's worst move as general manager of the Dallas Mavericks is no longer the Luka Doncic trade.
Ooh.
It's letting Jalen Brunson walk in free agency.
Oh, my.
I mean, they draft him, they develop him, they keep him there, and then they let him walk. After he's a huge part of their playoff success as well, became a star, and they said, yeah, we want this guy. And then 2 years later, they shipped him off. I don't know. That feels like it could be in the case. There are some fun plays that you can have, Drew, at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, like most points in the series. I know you're stunned to know that Victor Wembanyama would be the number one favorite there.
Yeah.
But I feel like Brunson at plus 115 might be the best bet to have.
Be up. I'm laying that one for sure.
And
double up, Knicks and Brunson.
Knicks and Brunson, most threes in the series you can roll with, assists. So just about anything possible you can think of, you can play with at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
All right, we've reached halftime. Scott Dolphin will pop in next. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Rolling through Wednesday in the Goodlands, the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Drew, Billy, and Armen, happy to be joined by our buddy Scott Dolphin for our halftime report. Hello, Dolph.
Hi, Drew. Did you enjoy our walk talk that we just went through for the last 5-10 minutes?
You and Armen chopping it up, talking about getting your steps in.
The walking season.
Power walking season. It's always walking season.
That's true. It is.
That's true.
Yes.
I'd like it to be, but we don't have the treadmill in this building we used to have.
Oh, don't bring that up. That's a sore subject for me.
Yeah. We used
Put
to
a
be able
sweatshirt on and get outside. Come
Well,
on.
no, you're right. I mean, and there's beautiful trails, Oak Leaf. We got streets all over the place. Great streets, pounding the pavement.
But, we used to have an iHeart gym. Did you guys know that? We had an iHeart gym.
It was that. Oh, besides that one treadmill,
A printing room, right?
That's
the back corner, which is somebody's office now.
That's
that was a treadmill. There was a stationary bike,
and there were free weights.
There were free weights. There was a screen on the wall. You could watch TV, and
you were supposed to sign in to use that stuff. Did you sign in?
Yeah, for about a year you had to sign in. But then somebody needed an office, so we lost our damn gym, and they disassembled the treadmill. And it's still like sitting against the wall in one of the scrap rooms.
That's my thing.
Here.
Like, don't disassemble. Like, we could have used that thing. So
we have a walking pad in the locker room.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of room in the locker room. We could easily put that treadmill up there and try to set this thing up.
Sure. One thing we don't want for is space and office space. Right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying we
got a lot of room that's not necessarily being used. It's fair.
It is walking season. I saw some cool birds the other day.
You guys are devotees, but our buddy Dobie Maxwell just recently celebrated his 1,500th day of walking at least 10,000.
That's amazing.
He's the king, and he never misses a day. Unlike people like me that are not about it and do miss days.
He gets up voluntarily at our hours and gets it in, and he's usually done by 6 a.m.
Doesn't he go to also like in the dead of winter? He'll go to like Menards and stuff like that.
Menards, 24-hour stores.
Armen's a big mall guy.
I am. I'm missing the. I'm sad about the demise of malls. Although I keep hearing malls are going to start coming back now with the Gen Zs that want to park.
Yeah, sure, totally.
Brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll believe when I see it because every time I walk, it's empty. Although it's just me and the walkers.
Makes it better for mall walking, though.
They really should make it a running track.
There is truth to that, though. With the Gen Zers, they have said loud and clear that they want to get back out to retail shopping in person, and that's why they're big small business people, especially here in Milwaukee.
Okay, that's good, and I believe that they might think that they want it's easy to say that and put it on the internet and post it, but are you still ordering on Amazon and DoorDash?
I am, yes. Not DoorDash, but Amazon.
I'm saying the Gen Zers. Are they you really going to be about it now?
Let's see.
Just asking, Billy. I'm just asking.
No. I think you're spot on, but I do think there's a nice blend that is starting to get tapped into. Then the other thing is how many people are going to be working too. But these
Yeah, good
self-checkouts are even
That's
easier
true.
than ever before. That it is easy to go to a TJ Maxx now and go and check in, check out, and I don't even have to worry about my kids screaming and trying to grab every single one of the snacks.
If self-checkout, I'm a big fan. If I have to run and get something and I don't have to talk to anyone, I can just scan and go.
Not me.
But if I go grocery
right there with
shopping, I do the grocery shopping from my house.
Mhm.
If I go and I get a big basket full of produce and stuff, I have anxiety attacks if I have to go through self-checkout with all that stuff.
You got to find the
minute.
picture.
Yeah.
Were these organic or not? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
And at that point, you don't care. You just don't.
search.
You want to get the hell out of there as fast as possible.
Well,
I'm not
you know,
on the
you-
payroll. It sucks.
If it depends, and then your honesty is tested. You know, you can put the other plums and not that. But
Right.
I don't do that. And to be honest with you, I just search by name. You know, you can search by picture, by name, but I don't
There you
go
go.
through the self checkout.
No, see, I just struggle
not
with
to.
once I put everything into the bags, I accidentally grab one of them before I'm
Oh,
done,
yeah.
and then I sound the alarm.
Yeah,
I know.
That's the biggest problem.
Well,
for me.
it's also like CIA operative stuff there. If they think you did some quick sleight of hand.
Yeah.
No, I put my damn cheese in the bag. Oh, hang on, somebody's coming.
No,
Yeah,
here
you're
comes
right.
that.
I do have 6 blocks of cheese. Yes, that is true. You are not. That is
And then-
not AI.
Your stomach
All right.
drops because here comes that kid
So-
from Franklin High School with that little key that's coming by.
He's gonna fix it. Yeah.
That's
You need a
awesome.
scan for your beer, huh? Is that
All
what
right,
you
so
need?
back to momentarily for the walking conversation.
do,
I got to
yes.
know about the footwear because Billy
Sure.
was asking me about my Hokas,
Yes.
and Billy was going to join Team Hoka. Important to have good walking shoes. I don't know. Armen's because he's been fantasizing about buying a pair of Air Monarchs forever.
I have.
Oh,
but
wow.
The mall walk.
Probably
it's-
good walking shoes.
Well, I need the wide foot now, as Billy knows, and it's hard to find those in Nike. But I am enjoying
So-
the Brooks wide foot. The Brooks
This
have been good.
is the long wind up talking footwear because Steph Curry signed a 10-year deal
Yes,
for
Leaning.
$400 million.
Wow.
With the Chinese shoe sportswear company Li Ning, that's going to be putting out his Curry brand.
And,
Wow.
Dwayne, and Dwayne was first in that market. If
Yeah.
you remember, he signed with Li Ning first, and everyone gave him the side eye, like, "What are you
Oh, I
doing?
forgot about
What
that.
are you doing? You had Nike and all these companies, and you're signed with this Chinese company." And I don't know who's laughing now. I mean, it's actually
Yeah.
worked. He's actually helped them carve out a space in the market. Now, if someone gives you $400 million, I think you make that decision pretty easy. Am I wrong?
I don't know
No.
that it's that easy because he had a lifetime deal with Under Armour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he turned down a bigger offer.
And when you're Steph Curry, it's not like you need the money when it comes to $400 million. You could certainly make that choice based on other things in your life.
Sure. Which it sounds like he has because it's some sort of he's got. I don't
It's
know,
in on a
control.
build out of a
He's like
marketing
their-
deal and
he's
more of an
their Air
opportunity to get in
Jordan.
there.
Like
Yes.
it's going to be a golf line. There's going to be different products, so like apparel.
This is setting him up for his second career.
Yeah.
Right. This is setting
Curry
him up for
brand.
his post-career Curry brand. And the golf line, Drew, is a very, very fascinating one because as long as they're not spending or making you shell out $230 for a Sunday red sweatshirt, you're going to have a chance to be able to carve into that market because people are waiting for something interesting.
So he was the biggest free agent in the shoe industry, like because his Under Armour thing's been up for like 7, 8, 9 months, something like that. But it got me thinking, like, is that even worth it? Is that something that's going to go away? Is like the athlete shoe endorsement? Like,
I don't
isn't that
think
kind
so.
of doesn't seem like it's run its course.
I don't think so because what was it? Caitlin Clark. People couldn't wait to get their hands on that thing. You mentioned China though. Was it Stephon Marbury that had the
Starberry.
Is that a Chinese
Yeah.
shoe?
Well, it was
Yeah.
Stephen Barry's
It was
shoe.
a Stephen Barry shoe,
I'm
which
sure
was
they're
one of the
right there.
greatest things since sliced
It
bread.
was awesome,
Marbury.
Billy. We talked about those days a lot. And
You had to buy 3 pairs, Dolphin.
Oh.
Because if you went and played in a basketball game with the Starberries on, you were going to Zion Williamson those
They'd
things.
explode.
Right? They were going to pop at some particular
We
point in
had,
time very, very
They were
quickly.
built for
So
basketball.
you needed a quick tire change.
They
there.
were built for casual.
hilarious.
But
Remember when,
props to him and Shaq that made shoes affordable with a
They
name
did.
on it for some kids that couldn't. Like Shaq would talk about that. Like moms would hate me because my shoes cost too much, and you're like, you're putting me through heartache. I can't afford it. And he's like, that changed it for me. So they put their name on brands that were affordable.
I was one of those kids. We grew up, I would say lower middle class, maybe even
And you
lower
had a lot
class.
of siblings, right?
When we had 7 kids in the family,
Right.
and my dad died when he was really young, so mom pretty much raised all of us. And I remember always wanting Pro Keds. That's the shoe I wanted as a kid. Pro Keds. Was it Dr. J? I think
Early, yeah. before they
yeah.
got the
When I
conference
was,
deal.
and I always wanted those, and I still remember the song with Dr. J and Pro Keds. But I used to get Pro Zips, which I think was Kmart. I'm not sure, but they were Pro Zips. And that's what I had to wear to school.
Yeah.
Those and ones were the same thing for me. Those were the ones for me. It's okay, there's a little tiers to this. I'm like, well, listen, we play street ball over here. Sorry, I'm going to wear the and ones, and that Walmart brand will fit just nicely. Yeah. I struggle to think it goes fully away, Drew, because at some point we always do still have very impressionable 10, 11, 12-year-olds that want to be like the guys on TV. And there are still more and more that are going harder and harder into the shoe game. If the shoe market continues to, or gets back to where like the card market is, then it'll definitely take off.
I know that like Nike's lost so much market share.
Yeah, they're struggling with that.
Struggling. They used to be the cool. Everything they did was cool. All their ads. Now they're just kind of like, that's.
Well, the big comfort, like the comfort footwear brands that were looking dorky for a while have become the market dominators, the Hokas, the Brooks, all that stuff. The OnClouds,
Brooks,
all those.
OnCloud.
And who knows why? You used to say, Drew, you can't question the culture. And like sometimes what people like.
Is a river. You can't direct it.
And what people like, the river flows. What people like becomes trendy. And that's just the way it goes. So I think to the point about Steph Curry and the Under Armour, those shoes were getting made fun of for a while. Do you remember that? Like people were saying, you look. So I think, and then if Under Armour stopped reinvesting in basketball, which it seems like they have, that's where Steph got frustrated, and he's like, I don't want to be with you guys forever because about the athlete shoe, the basketball shoe. I think it's less about the athlete now, the actual player, than the shoe itself. Is the shoe itself something that kids want to wear? The ones that kids like, the ones that basketball players like. Then it's just not just.
So you're saying function over fashion?
I think, or it could still be fashion, but it's whatever's popular. It's not because it's the LeBron or the the Steph or whatever it is. It's this shoe is cool and everybody likes this one. So.
I think it's still fashion. I just saw something yesterday. I did. I kept this new survey reveals almost 60% of Americans buy shoes that they later regret because of discomfort. And they mention runners, Armen.
Interesting.
Runners, 65% of runners admit to buying shoes based on their appearance rather than their comfort.
I know I bought enough Nikes because I wanted them in my day, but they've always run narrow and my feet are wide.
Yeah.
I've had to work with that until I
you do have a wide frame. That makes sense.
I do, and I give up. But after a while, just give them just get the right ones for your feet, Armen. But a lot of people have done that. They said this shoe looks cool. It doesn't look perfect. I'm going to get the right size or the size that's available. Or maybe if it's too narrow, they don't have wide. Because if you're a wide foot guy, there's not all kinds of colors available.
Fred Flintstone. Right?
It's just what
wide
it is. Billy knows I complain about this all the time.
You know, as a walker, I average about 17,000 steps a day as a walker. So I'm going through shoes about every 3 to 4 months, sneakers. And Adidas. Affordability and comfort, man. They got this cloud foam inside these shoes, and they've become my go-to for comfort and walking. Adidas,
especially if you're churning through 3-4 pairs a year.
That's just it.
Kidding.
Yeah. That's always tops. That bourbon and cigars are always tops on my list at Father's Day and Christmas.
Now that's genius because I am still in the spot where I find one pair of shoes and I'm gonna wear them out until they are absolutely gone.
Well, you're a dude.
Then go another 3 months, and then I end up buying it once my hip hurts.
Like Armen said, you're a dude. That's kind of built into our mental DNA.
But I'm trying to pivot because I did go way off or way overboard. Drew, you joke about the Air Monarchs. Your boy did right as we got the little guy back, the first one back from the hospital. I ordered that pair of New Balance right away. I'm just gonna lean right into it. Didn't love it. Didn't love the feel. So then I went back to the Nikes because I was like, all right, just in case he's going to question me at some point, I got to let him know Dad still got it. So I do still have to be a little bit fashionable. Now everybody's busting out Hokas. So I think that's where function and fashion might be the best kind of tie-in.
I've done Hokas as well. Now, just for the fact that for the Hokas I had were probably, I don't know, $170, something like that. So just for affordability, I've gone back to Adidas pretty much full time. But I still have a couple old pairs of Hokas around that I like to hit around.
You know, you can find it like DSW. You can find Brooks and stuff. You can find.
And Brooks is well respected in the walking and running game right now.
I like my Brooks. They're good.
The Brooks Adrenaline. Those are good shoes. Now, the Ghosts too. Now, here's the thing though. If you do find a pair of shoes that you like, and especially if it's an aesthetic that you like, buy multiple pairs, man, because they always change up the color schemes, or they discontinue them,
or they
change. You're an old guy.
They change every year. They change the shoe a little bit.
Exactly.
It might be the same.
It might be go from your favorite brand to a brand that you're not comfortable in.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna date myself now. In high school, I was all about Pony. Remember Pony?
Pony was awesome.
Pony was my brand, man. I had to have Pony all the time, and then they just went away one day. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? No more Pony.
No, Walter Payton wore the Ruse.
Ruse.
Not
Good drag up there.
But a lot of NBA players had pony. The NBA, the sneaker game was crazy back
I
then.
remember I was wrecked after I left high school baseball. We always wore white, like Oakland A's. We wore Pumas, white Puma cleats.
Sure.
When I got to college, I had to wear black cleats. I felt like such a
nerd.
Misfit, such a nerd. Yeah.
Such a nerd.
Black cleats?
Black cleats. Come on. What are we doing here?
Just got done wearing 4 years of white cleats.
Were they spot built?
They were spot built. Black cleats. They were terrible. They weren't comfortable. Spot built. Wow. Thanks for dragging up that.
Yes, indeed.
scar.
Dolph, thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it. As always, you're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Continuing the Wednesday Hot Take Hump Day edition of the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, Drew, Billy, and Armen. This portion of the program brought to you by GameDayMen'sHealth.com. I visited yesterday, went to that clinic. Check them out, GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Find a clinic near you. Sign up for a free, no-obligation consult. Go see them, see if they can change your life as they've changed for so many others. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Time for a little who's hot, who's not. Brewers are really hot. Phillies, Las Vegas Knights suddenly hot, winning game one. Who's hot, who's not? Brought to us by Donovan Jorgensen, your leaders in HVAC, locally employee-owned for 40 years, DonovanJorgensen.com. Billy, who do you got for who's hot and who's not?
Well, listen, Kyle Harrison, once again, it goes out for 12 Ks, career high against his former club. Hard to not put him right there into the hot category. And Bryce Terang came into the series, the mayor of Slum City, another 2-hit night, another 2 RBI night for him. And the top of the Brewers lineup, if you went to the Potawatomi Sportsbook and just clicked 2 hits for Yelich, Churio, and Terang, good morning for you, because that's going to be a big winner, as all 3 of those guys have multi-hit games last night in an 8-3 Brewers victory. The other one that, he has been hot for a while, gives up 1 run last night. I don't know if that qualifies and takes Aaron Ashby out of the hot category, but I thought Trevor McGill was nails last night. 10 strikes, 10 pitches, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Get the Giants up out of town. Doesn't qualify for a save because the Brewers put up 4 of the biggest Badger Mutual insurance runs that you could get at American Family Field yesterday in the 8th inning. That one's clearly going to be in the hot category and a big winner for him. The other one would be on the not category, Drew. New York Yankee bettors yesterday. Over 90% of the money and 88% of all bets wagered across sportsbooks yesterday was on the Yankees minus 200 against the Cleveland Guardians as they hosted the AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians. And a 9-4 decision and a thumping, including 6 unanswered runs after the 5th inning, sent the Guardians to the winner's circle, sent people home sad as they bet on soon to be, right now, heavy favorite to win the AL Cy Young, Cam Schlittler, who had his worst game of the year last night, 4 1/3, 5 runs, 4 of those earned. The other one that would be in the not category, Drew, you mentioned the Vegas Golden Knights last night. They win 5-4. I was listening to the audio stylings of my man Dan Duve and Gary on the Golden Knights radio call on Fox Sports Las Vegas. So I missed the ABC audio glitch to start. Apparently, they had no Sean McDonough, no announcers for the first 45 seconds of the game. That catches a Carolina Hurricanes goal in the first 30 seconds.
Tough.
To now, I don't know if these people were not around in the 70s, right? It was the late 70s when they did the announcerless football game, the Dolphins and Jets.
Yep.
I don't know if these people remember those stylings, but it had folks online last night. Armen didn't see it because he's hacked, saying... Still insane that networks haven't given us an option for every major sport to go broadcasterless. It can't be that hard, right? People forgot how rough of a year that was. When you don't get a goal in the first 30 seconds, ABC, not hot last night when that's how your start of championship season rolls in for Disney.
Tough situation for any producer. I feel bad for whoever had these issues to work out, but was that person saying they wanted more of that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
people online were beating the drum saying we should have an alternate cast. Now, ESPN is the king of alternate casts.
King.
Monday Night Football, they do 7 of them things.
Remember when they used to have the cool room for championship games? I like that.
Yeah, the college football playoff. They have 18 different channels showing the same game in all different ways.
Yeah, that's
maybe on ESPN Plus they do think to do that one time. But if you're paying Troy Aikman $20 million, we're going to tell you that it's an broadcasterless feed, and it just might be the broadcaster. They're going to find more ways to shove that down.
No doubt. That is that. We can relate because our show open didn't fire in the first hour.
Yeah, we've been through that. I was through it this morning,
and it fires in good, and it works out. So that was a tough one though for those folks, but hot last night. Golden Knights. They are the first team ever to have a multi-goal on the road comeback win in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Come on, Knights.
And the Bob Euchre mural coming in nicely. Statman Steve, thanks for constantly updating us. He's always there every morning taking pictures. That's at 731 North Jackson in the north side of the facade of the building. If anyone wants to go downtown Milwaukee, it's looking better and it's looking to completion soon.
Hey, maybe who's hot? Our friend Statman Steve got one of those sweet pictures of a sunrise reposted by our friend Brooke Brighton the other day.
Let's go, Steve. All right.
Nice shot. It was awesome.
On Brooks' radar.
Yep. He's making it happen. All right. We are rolling. We'll take your hot takes, 877-794-1973. It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and welcome to the Huddle.
I'm all for someone huddling if you have something to say.
It's time to wake up and talk about the teams you love with the guys you love.
It's just about getting the group together. I need you, you need me today. Let's keep touching each other. Let's make sure we feel each other. Let's make sure we smell each other's breath.
Watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
You need 15 or 20 huddles to correlate with a number of cameras. Take the cameras off the field, then there'll be no huddles.
Now gather around because it's time to huddle up.
West left slot, 323 wide stick on one. Ready, be alert for blitz. If it looks like man coverage, I'll check. I'll go 200 yet. You got to cut and crack. Now cut and crack. Red, right, 18 bob on one. Ready, cut him and crack.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
We got exactly what we got to do. All right? That's all we're going to do. Let's go out and kick the tape. All right? Hey, yo. 1, 2, 3. Keep doing what you're doing. Sit down now and make the play. Be right all the way outside. Wide, left, fake, 396 bag, be hand, see puck. Is that long enough for you?
I want you to be proud of your profession. It's a great profession. Go out there and play this ball game like I know you can play it.
With Drew Olson,
Mythical, legendary figure.
Bill Schmid,
Oh my God, this man's been out all night.
and Armen Sarian.
Zip, don't get scared now.
Sanchez, we ready?
Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin is on the air.
Dominating a hot take hump day in the good land. It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Drew, Billy, and Armen from headquarters. Blasting from 5A to 8A every morning.
Come on now.
On the weekdays. You can watch us as well, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, if your company is wondering and trying to wants us to do the show from there on a Saturday, we can find a way to do it. We just have to call the right people, right? There's a lot of sponsorable things on this show.
That's right.
And we are very much available. But right now, they're only going from 5 to 8. But who knows? Stay tuned. Maybe there could be something into the works. There's always conversations and rumblings rolling around, but more excitingly so. We're inside of 100 days from football season, Drew, and we're getting closer and closer to finding a way for us to do something special from Packers training camp. And I am very excited for what we got coming around during football season.
All right, I like the way you dropped that bomb there, Billy.
Nice.
Maybe something good. Heck,
Maybe around the pike. Yeah.
heck, it's just life. It just unfolds right in front of you. Let's see what happens, right? Yeah.
We want the hot takes. 877-794-1973 gets you into the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. Give us your hot takes early and often. Whatever is burning a hole in your pocket that you want to, or in your bucket that you want to dump, feel free.
So we got to come. I don't know where the full hot take comes in here, but our friend Supper Club Mark, who's been texting us for a long time, said Cooper and Jesus, the time are the future.
The time.
Ask Hunter his opinion. We will definitely ask Hunter his opinion when he joins us coming up tomorrow. If he believes, I believe he very much as well, Mark, believes Cooper Pratt and Jesus Madej are going to be the future in a Brewers infield. Now, I don't know where we think, if it's going to be the left side of the infield, if it's going to be up the middle of the infield, but that is not
one of them could play second or third.
Yeah, one of them plays second or third. The tough thing is, man, Andrew Fisher is just finding a way to continually make sure that you're crowbarring him in for the next couple of years into that future, right?
Good to have more options.
Mashing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't know what's going to stick at the major league level, so it's great to have those multiple guys that are great prospects. I don't think it's necessarily a hot take, though, but I think it's a good take and an exciting one that Cooper and Jesus are probably part of the future.
Is the hot take the fact that I have never seen a fan base more excited with the players that are not on the field for one that is currently in first place?
That is a good point. I think the last part, Billy, is the key there. Of course, you're going to be excited for upcoming prospects when your team is,
when Jim Powell has to tell you more about the Huntsville Stars than the stars that are on the field for your favorite major league team.
The Down on the Farm report. I totally agree. I mean, have Brewers fans become so used to winning? So, that winning to an incredible clip in May, June, July is so unremarkable. Have we become so used to it? I want to be careful what I call Brewers fans, that it's just old hat. Like they're like, yeah, whatever. We're winning games every day. Yeah, that's great. But what about the next guys coming up? It's like a kid that's excited about the other present behind the tree when they already opened 4 of them in front of you. It's like, we do have a really good team here. They are winning a lot of games. We are in first place. We are looking good. But you're right, Billy. Maybe it's a testament to a couple things. A, the fact that we haven't gotten over the hump in the playoffs, that's always going to be the big thing, always. And B, how exciting it is to look at the guy, the thing you don't have yet and the thing you want. Even though you have a whole shoebox full of shoes, there's one more shoe there in the, speaking of shoes, in the shoe store that you want. That's
one more
okay.
shoe or one more pair of shoes?
Yeah, a pair of shoes, right. Yeah, that made a good point. But listen, I'm glad they're in our organization. I'm glad they're on our roster because if we can build this type of juggernaut, I'm not mad about it.
Juggernaut. How many G's in Juggernaut? That's the question you want to be asking. I'm wearing my Iron Jock hoodie today, and Iron Jock has a great bundle for Father's Day. Paulie Hansen always has great deals. But the bundles for Father's Day, take the guesswork out of it. T-shirt and low-cut socks for $35. Polo and a cap for the golf course, $65. And an entire outfit of a lightweight hoodie and some joggers for $100. Shop the bundles now through June 21st at ironjoc.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Yeah, and it's not a hot take to say that's going to be one of the best Father's Day gifts you ever give your dad.
No doubt.
He's going to be thankful for it. He's going to be excited for it. And it's one of those that as I'm starting to do, Drew, what I've been telling you I was going to do for the last 2 months, which was go through the closet and start combing out the things that we haven't worn in a long time and try to empty that bad boy out. You realize you remember when somebody wears what you got, right? Like, oh, sweet. I remember mom got me this hat. I'm putting this one on. Then you realize like, oh, sweet. Dad's wearing the Iron Jock stuff. I got him for the 18th time I've seen him in the last 21. That's a good hit percentage. And you're going to see that stuff because you're going to continually throw it on. You like having that satisfaction when you're given the gifts. We talk all the time about how tickets to the Milwaukee Admirals games make great stocking stuffers around Christmas time. Tremendous ones. Well, they're doing a Father's Day deal too. For $49, you can get 2 tickets to a home game in October, November, or December. They give you a voucher of your choice, plus an Admirals hat for just $49. Supplies are limited, so check it out at MilwaukeeAdmirals.com or stop by their offices, which are open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5. And if you're going to get it shipped, you have until the 11th if you want to ship by Father's Day via priority mail. So check that out. Shipping's available at checkout, but go to MilwaukeeAdmirals.com.
And they got some sweet
Father's Day gear.
Sweet hats as well.
No doubt.
The gear's awesome. And that what you just said is amazing. Stop by the office. That's right. You can talk to real people.
You can.
Real people. You can call someone. You can
stop by the office and you can buy merch right there.
To the friendliest front office in town.
One-stop shopping.
Yeah.
Easy to park right in front of the building there too as well. So check them out right by the Milwaukee Theater. Okay. Hot Take Hump Day. We haven't had enough hot takes or discussion yet about the Packers. Josh Jacobs didn't speak to the reporters yesterday. Players did. They didn't, but Josh Jacobs practiced, was not available, obviously. Some players talked about it. Jordan Love did. What's the story? Take Josh Jacobs' situation and uncertainty out of the equation. What's the story of Packers OTAs?
Now, once we get to camp, I can start talking about the offensive line because that's really, I think, the biggest thing hindering where the team goes in 2026. But right now, Drew, I would say my biggest story and question mark and the things that I want to know are how much is Matthew Golden finding his way into the equation? And what could you possibly be getting from Savion Williams? Because it sounds like early reports are indicating you're looking at the 3rd round pick from a year ago more into the wide receiver camp. And when Dontavian Wicks gets pulled out, Romeo Doubs gets pulled out, we instituted Matthew Golden. Savion Williams is going to have to be in a put up or shut up time because a 3rd round pick is going to get some opportunities.
Bo Melton's getting and entering the chat as well because Bo Melton now no longer a cornerback, back to being a wide receiver.
And they love that young man.
And he got a lot of burn last year, even with ahead of some of the other guys, targets and stuff when we had a scratch on our heads. Why aren't they throwing a Golden? What? Bo Melton getting.
Bo Melton's here on 3rd down. Again, he's getting the target here in the late stages of a game.
The other story,
the way they love Bo Melton.
Other story from yesterday, Trey Smack missed a bunch of kicks. Gotta love that, right? After they cut McManus, he was 5 of 9 on field goals and 2 apparently really bad pulls to the left.
Which is good. We got to get all of those bad swings out now. You got to get all those bad swings out now. That's why Trey Smack, good big time lacrosse player, if I remember correctly, that I've heard. So that means he's probably got a sweet golf swing. I don't go to the range before I go and play. Right? Because I only have a certain amount of good swings in me. I can't waste them here. He's got a certain amount of bad swings in him that he's got to get out before the season. Kick all of those sons of guns left right now.
Yeah. And listen, why not get it done? And it wouldn't be a summer. It wouldn't be right for Packers fans if they didn't have a summer about being nervous about a kicker. It just wouldn't be right.
That's true.
That being said, I believe Trey Smack will be fine. I think he'll be a good kicker for us, but there is a little buyer beware and perilous, caution because you never know when you draft a kicker if they'll be good. The Packers have a checkered history with that, obviously. So all you can do is hope, wait, see, and hope. And the Packers have put their eggs into that basket right now. But there's no way to know, and it's way too early to know. But listen, we've got to be nervous about a kicker, right? This is that time now. Hopefully he'll get things figured out. Maybe it's a little jitters. He'll get used to the footing. He'll get used to the holder. He'll get used to the operation and start nailing some through the uprights there.
Billy, the first snap observers, Jagger Burton started at right guard with Belton at right tackle.
Yeah, and I thought that was somewhat due to Zach Tom's availability, but also Pete Doherty put up a really cool piece at the Journal Sentinel in JS Online of just, can you compare Jagger Burton to Corey Linsley if they got to start right away? Burton was playing a ton of big games down there in the SEC, albeit for a bottom dweller in the SEC of Kentucky, but Belton, people just thought was for sure going to be a guard after last year. He got drafted as a tackle, has played tackle his whole life. And again, still more money's at tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to continually throw his name into the ring to be playing on the outside. And the tough thing about the injury front from a year ago, Parsons and Kraft take so much oxygen up, but Zach Tom happened in the exact same game, right around the exact same time as Micah Parsons. And the impact on the offense was striking. Every single week you saw that miss even more. You got to have that right tackle more shored up if indeed he's not going to be ready right away. Because I don't think it's, you know that patella tendon injury a lot better than a lot of other people do, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tough thing to be coming back from for any body frame. 6'3" and 300 pounds, I got to assume is even more difficult to be able to be right back to where you were after that injury.
Yeah, and the offensive line is obviously going to be a big storyline as we move through. Who plays, how they play, how they stay healthy. And it's probably going to dictate the success of this team. Would you say, guys, more than any other position group? You kind of know what you have at receiver, although you did have some movement there with Dobbs not there. But I think that's going to be quite interesting as well, how Golden takes the next step with the O-line, Billy. We're looking for a lot of coverage from you this year on that, a lot of analysis, because I think it's going to be very important. Love going to Watson Deep, got everyone excited. Saw that video. That was the one that really got people jacked up as much as you can for OTAs. But of course, I think it was Nixon that got kind of beat on that. So then it's always that sort of yin and yang when your team's playing themselves.
Yeah,
like
well,
and the despair.
And this is where the defense doesn't feel like their backs are fully against the wall. Because when we go up there to training camp, every single day is a road game. For the defense, right? Everybody in those stands, even though they got green and gold on and they're all cheering for the Green Bay Packers, they want to see you get cooked. They want to see Jordan Love throwing deep touchdowns to Matthew Golden, Christian Watson. They want to see big holes in the run game. They want to see the offense scoring points. And on the ride home, they'll question things about the defense. But right away, you want to see the offense rolling. And when you're in shorts, it's a lot easier to feel like that can be the case. They got their work cut out for them though up front, because it was disaster's a little too strong, but it was the biggest difference in their offense over the last couple of years was the fact that their offensive line a year ago, Drew, was as underperforming as it's been in close to 2 decades. So there's a lot of options and a lot of possibility to get better up there, and they desperately need to.
Definitely not used to that.
No, it's just been it's been far long since they've been in a position where you're not being able to move anybody in the run game and pass protect consistently. Red Hot Tim Knott, do you think the Packers keep Jacobs all year, or do they get rid of him before he has a chance to choke in the playoffs too soon? I also think more of the Jacobs, the fumble was in the regular season game. That was in the second of the 2 games down in Chicago, where he was clearly hampered throughout the back half of the year. But I also still put so much of that, Drew, on the offensive line, because he had no room before the line of scrimmage to get anything going compared to his first year. The amount of contact that he had before the line of scrimmage was some of the most in football.
Yep. He was getting just swarmed
consistently. So I also believe Josh Jacobs is on the Packers for 2026, even though the salary cap did make sense for the post June 1st. I think they made that decision before free agency. Like, if you were going to make the move and get out of the contract, which was when you signed the 4-year, $48 million deal, we all looked at it and said, that's a 3-year contract, and they'll figure out if they want to go forward on the 4th one. And most likely so. Packers don't sign a whole lot of guys to 3rd contracts. That might be somewhere else. There was an out in this offseason, but it seemed pretty clean cut. The better bet was to bet on the come and betting that he's going to have himself a bounce back year, because running backs a lot of times, like relievers, have been every other year kind of proposition.
That is an absolute fact. That is backed up by the data. Yeah.
Especially if you have 300 plus carries, you're going to pay that price at some particular point.
So big stories. Marshawn Lloyd, his health, big story.
He's ready to put that narrative to bed, Drew.
Yeah, of course he is.
How do you put that narrative to bed?
By getting out of the tub.
Make the club on the field and on the tub.
Yeah, get out of the tub.
You got to prove it. He talked about, you guys want to hear that audio? That was pretty cool to hear.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear that. Yes.
I try to stay away from it, but my family, my girlfriend, my girlfriend's family, my mother, my sisters, like everyone, they look at that stuff. But me, I just kind of just try to. I do see some people that that text me personally on like social media or something. They'll say good things, and I do see some bad things as well. But it comes with it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to prove the ones that are excited right, and then prove the ones that are not excited. I'm gonna prove them wrong.
What's that like? You don't want to be known for this.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And right now, that's what you're known for.
Yes,
what is that like to kind of go through that?
Honestly, I couldn't do it. I can't do anything until I make it happen. Like Coach LaFleur said, prove it. I mean, if I want to change that narrative, prove it.
There you go.
There you have it. Love
the
perspective.
Well simple terms.
Yeah. Likable guy. I feel, I feel for a guy that wants probably to do everything he can, or does everything he can, wants it to work out, and is kind of hung with this thing that probably no fault of his own can't stay healthy. But I like that. And I like the fact that a Matt LaFleur message stuck with him there too. I mean, right?
That's
it was
right.
like, hey, there you go. He's making the impact of that. People question sometimes.
Marshawn Lloyd, not a guy who was unhappy with his role last year, other than being injured.
Other than his role,
not his role
being mostly the training table assistant. Like there's nobody's more frustrated when they get hurt than players, right? Nobody's more frustrated with a lack of successful performance than the guys on the field doing it. But you hear it right there, man. Everybody around you, even if you don't see it, will let you know, hey man, this is what they're saying about you. This is what they're saying about you. And something that it's in a nice light. Some people are meaning it just tiptoeing around it, accidentally dropping the breadcrumbs.
Right.
But those chips keep stacking up on the shoulder. He's too talented to not have something to say about it. And hopefully he gets a chance to do it. Because I mean, that big play against the Colts is still just living in everybody's
He's
mind.
got talent. He has talent. And I think it was evident in college, evident with how they stuck with him. And we're just dying to see that. And I think that also brings up a good point that, yes, people always say, well, just avoid social media, get off of it. It's a little bit pervasive to a point. Like you can try and stay off of it, but you'll hear what everyone's saying about you, and people will be in your ear if you're in that position. Maybe you should get hacked. That would help him out. I also love the tweet that our buddy Wes Hockwitz had about him. He said he's been living in an athlete's worst nightmare for 2 years and yet never hid from the media, never been snippy when asked about injuries, never stopped smiling. Nushawn Lloyd, this mother Raid's man of character. Hopefully we get to see the running back as well. So
that would be
it's
nice.
good to see. You can only handle what you can handle, and he's tried to handle it the right way. So hopefully good things to come and health to come from Marshawn Lloyd here.
All right, on the way out here, our current electric superhero of the day. Is it too easy, too pedestrian to say just Kyle Harrison, 12 strikeouts and a ridiculous ERA, making a case, planting a flag that he should be in the discussion for the All-Star team along with Mizorowski?
Yeah, Drew, I think it's got to be Harrison. Like the consistency that he's put together and being able to silence a little bit of the frustration and the criticism. And that was a personal one last night, especially when Murph mentions it, that you could tell the energy was a little bit juiced up, that he could feel a little bit more excitement and definitely wanted to make a statement. He's going to be our superhero of the day because he was a superhero performance last night. And also he got the respect from Garrett Mitchell. Only 2 cups of water yesterday, not full buckets on Kyle Harrison. So they wanted to keep that sweaty hat salt stained and all. And as much as we become superhero fans, and movies are all about superheroes right now, they can make a movie about the superheroes at Current Electric because they're always out helping people. I was in the Greendale Village yesterday. What drives right by?
Let's go.
Current Electric.
Let's
go.
Yep.
You know that there was going to be potentially some generator conversation. Looked like they were doing a lighting installation.
Oh, they do a lot of stuff in the
They had a
village
couple of
there.
guys working on the outside there. But right now at your home, the best thing is you can be making money and your roof can be making you money with solar energy. The people to help you out with that, the superheroes from Current Electric. They're going to make sure everything's up to code, go above and beyond. Go to callcurrent.com and let them check it out, survey it, and be your superhero at callcurrent.com.
When we return, scheduled to appear, friend of the program, Paul Wagner, pitching coach for the Lake Country.com.
Potentially fresh out of a Brazilian steakhouse in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Let's go.
They're big Brazilian steakhouse fans apparently on the dock hounds.
What, no Omaha Steaks?
We dropped a what I say? Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, I know, but it's the
Lincoln,
same state.
Omaha.
Well,
You think we're all friendly here?
Yeah, steaks in Nebraska. I guess maybe you're right. Maybe that's a rivalry. Maybe you wouldn't touch an Omaha steak in Lincoln.
That's a good point. We'll have to ask Wags as long as he wakes up and picks up.
We'll try efforting. Paul Wagner scheduled to appear next. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
What did you do here?
Drew, Billy, and Armen bringing it to you. The Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison. Oh, look who's on the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. Line 1 belongs to our pal Paul Wagner, pitching coach of the Dockhounds, coming to us live from Lincoln, Nebraska. Wags, good morning. Thanks for getting up with us. You got a ball game today, huh?
we got day game, brother. We got a day game for the kids. It's school is out. So they have a day game on Wednesday, and they're making us play a night game tomorrow, which means game starts at 6:30. Again, rolling into Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, Friday morning at about 8 a.m. for a Friday night game.
Ooh.
Come on, what are they doing here?
Billy's going to go to the sports book and put money on the Chicago Dogs for Friday.
Holy cow, dogs plus 125 seems a little bit more enticing. But so is that the tax that you got to pay, Wags, to get one night maybe at the War Horses Brazilian Steakhouse there in Lincoln, Nebraska? Is that you got to pay the tax of like 8 or 10,000 screaming kids for 3 hours while you guys are dicing up the Lincoln kids?
So that is the catch. That is the catch. So we did check into that. So an 11 o'clock game, getting done about 2:30. Let's just say maybe not 2:30. Maybe let's just say maybe 1:30. We got a 12-minute Uber to the War Horse. We're going to go there for a little while, play there, and hopefully pay for our Brazilian steak dinner as we come home tonight and just gouge ourselves on a meat coma.
I told these guys, it sounds exciting, but I told these guys I was surprised you're in Lincoln. I thought it'd be Omaha Steaks, but that's a rival, I'd suppose, Lincoln, Omaha, right? So you're doing Brazilian steak in Lincoln.
You know what? You might be right. You might be right there, Armen.
Hey, whatever kind of deal you get at that, a deal's the king there, So hey, if it's about the Brazilian steak, it's about the Brazilian.
Wags, but it is one of my favorite parts is watching the teams come together and feeling the camaraderie. When you guys are together as long as these trips do, you start to see it. But when you got guys that are competing, together, but also everyone's still trying to get a different call, and there's going to be team success and personal success. How is the first month, and how have you started to see the clubhouse come together? Because I think that's one of my favorite parts of any league, and in your league, it's even more unique.
Well, yeah, you can relate that to Major League Baseball. You can relate that to affiliated baseball. We drive in last night or the other night. We're driving in and we get a phone call on the bus. I lost a pitcher yesterday morning to the Toronto Blue Jays. We had a shortstop who was converted to a pitcher. He's an Oregon State, played on the national championship team. Atlanta Braves drafted him, top draft pick, a second rounder. Converted him into a pitcher. He came to me last year. He came to us last year, I should say. Came back this year again and got the phone call, and he took a flight to Boston, and he's playing for AA New England, New Hampshire, something, AA for the Toronto Blue Jays. So again, that's what it is. You're waiting for that call, just like you are if you're a Timber Rattler, just like if you're a Biloxi Shucker, if you're in Nashville, it doesn't matter. You're waiting for that. And like you said, it is a team sport, but it's an I. There is an I in this team sport at this level. Maybe not at the big leagues. Big leagues, and once you got things figured out, like the Milwaukee Brewers do, there's a little bit more team in it and less I. But when you're trying to get there, there is I, and it's not selfish and it's not wrong. It's the right thing because that's what you have to do.
Talking to Paul Wagner, pitching coach of the Lake Country Dockhounds, dockhounds.com. If you want to go check out their games against the Chicago Dogs. We joked, but a lot of times, Wags, when teams come in cold and they're long trip and they cold jock it, there's something liberating about it. And I expect the Dockhounds they might put up a crooked number on Friday after a long bus ride overnight. Right. That's the way it works.
Well, if you play it right, we are right, Billy. You are right. When you're going west to east, that's the tough one. Then I always take the traveling team to get smoked.
You got to be finding an edge, and you can see it in the travel. But it's also one of those where, as the season goes on, Drew and I mentioned it. Like for the Brewers right now, you start circling on the schedule. All right, so I'm just gonna take the Brewers every single time Mizorowski or Harrison starts. It's the fool's errand because the game will humble you pretty quickly. But it is funny when you start seeing guys buzzing as well as Harrison and Mizorowski are. Wags, there's got to be a moment where people start wondering, are they ever going to lose again?
Yeah, I mean, Those two, we've talked about this before, those two give you so much promise. And I was talking to somebody, you know what, with that being said, I think this team is special like the last 2 years. I mean, Pat Murphy has done an amazing job. The Milwaukee Brewers, the organization, Matt Arnold, everybody. You can tip your hat to every single person. But as this season comes, and with those two donkeys, when you got probably the hottest, the best pitcher in Miz, and you got Harrison coming from the left side, that's a 1-2 punch where I think as you move forward, we're what, 1/3 of the way into this season, you really, really, really have to consider what prospects you like, what you have, and what you're willing to give. There's a lot of wants. What are the needs? But this Milwaukee Brewer team is going to figure that out at the right time this year, because this is a World Series team. This is a championship team.
Are you worried about the lack of power when you say that? I mean, because I think a lot of us like to think that, and obviously they're good enough to get the wins, get in the playoffs. But, you know, a lot of people look at the lack of power. This team does not hit a lot of home runs, and it seems like once that time comes, you need those. Does that concern you as much? Do you think that'll kind of come with the season, or what do you think, Wags?
I think that may be a need. What I don't know. I know they won last night 8-3. I didn't see the box score. I saw Yelly went good. I didn't know if anybody hit a home run.
Bauer's got one.
Bauer.
Again.
So what do we have? So we have 41. So we have 41 home runs on the year. We're a third of the way through the season. Yeah, that is a concern, because when you get into postseason, you know it is the 3-run, the bases clearing shot over the fence that scores and wins games in the postseason. It's really nice to see baseball manufacturing runs, scoring 18 runs without a home run, scoring 7 runs in the second inning, base to base, station to station. It's just exciting to see that. But you're right, Armen, to win it, I think. And that may be the need. That may be when they come to evaluate. They got to evaluate their farm system. What can they give up? What do they want to hang on to? Who fits their theme? And how are they going to draft? Who is expendable? And what is the value that they have to get, let's just say, that said power that you want, or a left-handed reliever, or something come down to the postseason?
Wags, pitchers' wins have been marginalized as a stat. People don't put a lot of stock into that. But one of the things I look at is, what is a team's record when a starter pitches? Mm-hmm. And Harrison, the Brewers lost 2 of his first 3 starts by scores of 3-2 and 3-1. And have not lost since. So he's this year's Quinn Priester, right? I mean, they've only lost 2 of his outings this year. The rest have been W's. And, he doesn't always get the win, but he's paving the way. What does that step mean to you, Wags?
That's huge, because that, even though the wins and losses, and I think they're still important. So I know I'm still going to fight Armen on it, but you know what? There's statistics that are important, and guys look at that. And when you have 27 guys and they're looking and they see that those 2 donkeys are coming in the game, and you're bringing up Harrison, we're going to win. And it's not like we may win today. We have a chance to win today. When those 2 guys get on the bump, the guys know they're going to win. And that's a great feeling. And it does roll, whether or not you get the loss, whether that first loss or that first one that Harrison had when I think it was Bowers or Sanchez whipped a 90-mile-an-hour fastball at his kneecaps. Other than that, guys know that they are going to win. And that is so huge, regardless of that. And, again, the statistic doesn't help him going into arbitration because he didn't get the W. But I tell you what, the guys in the bench and in the clubhouse all know it.
Wags, when you look at this club and how they've been able to hit, and you mentioned Yelly last night, so they're a strike away from going into the 9th inning in a 1-run ball game. He fills the hole in between first and second, scores 2 runs, and then 2 guys after they score 2 more, and it's a quick 4, and they put up a snowman on the night. You talk about it, a points on the board. What a difference is that when McGill walks in? Some guys feel like as a closer, they struggle when they're not in a closing situation, but you're getting hot for what might be the tightest of a closing situation. Then your key guys give you 3 straight hits, give you a 5-run cushion. He goes out there, pumps 10 strikes, and they're out the door. Is that a difficult mind frame to flip quickly as to what kind of the appearance is going to be? Or for a guy like McGill, who's still trying to make sure that he finds his full footing on the year, is it just go and throw strikes and feel better about it regardless?
And that's the way he has to look at it. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get him back to where he was last year, and every outing counts. In that situation, I'm assuming Murphy was probably talking to Chris Hook, probably didn't want to use him, depending on the workload, what the schedule was, or how we had to use him, or how they had to use him. But once he got hot and he was ready to go, you're not going to sit him down, bring somebody else up on a low leverage situation and let him go. He's hot. He's ready to go. Let McGill go. He's still trying to figure things out. We want to get to where he was last year. But in a normal situation, you would love to have the time to save that high leverage guy for obviously a high leverage situation. But in this case, the Brewers put up the points and he's already hot. He's got to go out there. So his mentality is still the same. He gets up when he's getting cranked up and ready to go. He's still focused on a save. And he probably didn't even realize it. He just came in and did his job, and that's what Milwaukee Brewer baseball does. All these guys are just doing their job. They do it when they're called upon. They're doing it. If I'm asked to go 4 innings, Drohan, hey, I'd really love to get that win. No, I don't even think that crosses his mind. This is a machine that's rolling so well right now. You want 4? Fine. Give Patrick the 1 inning, and he can have the W. I don't care, because we're going to win another ball game.
Good stuff. Wags, thanks for joining us. I would suggest having earplugs ready, because those school games, at least in hockey, Billy and Armen work those.
Dude.
They can get loud.
And the sayings they come up with, they haven't changed, but they're loud and obnoxious. But we love them. We love them.
They bring energy.
Well, God forbid something happens with a 6 or a 7.
Oh God, yeah. This game gets to that on the scoreboard. Wags, watch out. But this weekend, finally, my favorite promotion in all of sports happens on Friday night. Quick Trip Glazer night, baby. Are you kidding me?
You take the whole box to the dive bar at our stadium, and you just sit back and drink an old Schlitz or a Hams or a Pabst or whatever you want, and just slide Glazers down.
That's one of my favorite fantasy punishments that I ever did with my buddy. It was called the Drinker's Dozen. You had to drink 6 beers and eat a 6-pack of Glazers in an hour. That was maybe the most enjoyable one that you have on the challenge.
That's a good one. Hell, I'd sign up for that without playing fantasy.
Wouldn't it just be fun? Some people say that sounds like a fantasy.
Let's go, no doubt. Wags, have yourself a great weekend, bud.
See you, man.
All right, I'm going to give the Warhorse hell.
All right,
let's go.
Make sure they only have 00 roulette.
And then punish the porcelain after that, I'm sure. Way to go, bud. Paul Wagner, ladies and gentlemen, Brazilian Steakhouse. The offing.
See you, Wags.
See you, Wags. All right, 877-794-1973. You want to get us your last minute, game ball. I mean, not game balls in case your last minute hot takes, because we hump them on Hot Take Hump Day on the program.
And I got a wake and bake story that is going to send Armen Sarri into the moon, even more than Mentor V already did.
On the way out, though, I'll tell you to check out orthowisconsin.com for all your orthopedic needs, because Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, the best in the business, the best care you can get anywhere, world-class care right here at home. The facilities, the doctors, everything about it is awesome. If you have a sports injury in your family, or if you have a nagging issue that needs attention, visit orthowisconsin.com. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. We are waking and baking next, and we're sliding down the back of the dinosaur here in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. The Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Drew, Billy, and Armen bringing it to you on this Wednesday. We're over the hump just about on Hot Take Hump Day. But
got a couple last things to be able to do, and they might be the hottest part of the show.
I'm ready because Billy's been teasing the
time for a
heck
little
out of
wake and bake story brought to us by happyplacehemp.com. Used their products last night to help me get to sleep.
Yes.
Use them on an almost daily basis. Check out happyplacehemp.com. Use the code Huddle. 25% off and free shipping on whatever you want on the site.
This now goes to the wake and bake story of the day. Coincides with a hot take. I got a hot take. This is going to be the first year in, I think, 4 years I will not be buying the Madden video game.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Because of the news that just came down from EA Sports.
What's this?
As the Iceman arrives.
What?
Caleb Williams.
The 2027 Madden cover athlete is none other than Bears quarterback Caleb Williams, which today, as his Jumpman pose throw from the NFC wildcard game against the Packers, will be on the main cover. His Iceman version will be on the deluxe cover.
What a joke.
He now has more Madden covers than Aaron Rodgers in his NFL career.
Well, it's a joke. Why don't they put his completion percentage on the cover? You know what, though? This is good. This is good, right? I mean, we know about the cover curse, right? We got a bad season coming up for the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
A bad season.
The Madden curse has been somewhat lifted over the last number of years.
It unfortunately has been.
There's a lot that still have fallen victim to it, no doubt about it. I mean, like, you look at Saquon Barkley's season last year after being on the cover of Madden. It's going to be hard to replicate going for 2,000 and maybe being the most impressive offensive player the league has seen. Over 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. Wasn't a bad season. Sure as heck wasn't 120 yards a game like he had the year before, and finished number 3 in the MVP voting. I mean, he wasn't even first team All-Pro. So there still could be a bit of the Madden curse, but it's definitely not the same as it used to be. However, Caleb Williams gets the glory and the lure as the Madden cover athlete in 2027.
You know what? It's funny because, you know what? Hype this guy up. Set him up. Put him on that pedestal because we know about the hero arc. And listen, if this thing comes crumbling down, it's going to crumble down hard. And I'm ready to see a little chaos. And at this point, it doesn't matter because I can't get on my Twitter anyway because it's been hacked. So all those Bear fans that have bookmarked my tweets.
Oh, God.
Caleb
season 84692 is so salty.
You know what?
That you're not seeing the digs that he's sending at you
But
right
you know
now.
what? This is. But you know what? This might work out perfectly. Why? Because whatever that absolute jerk, all right, that has hacked my account.
Mentor V,
all right,
yeah.
That Mentor V, whoever it is, I mean, the absolute drag of society, he's about to feel what it's like to get the wrath of the internet.
To get into the hornet's nest of Bears Twitter.
He's about to be getting mentions like nobody's business.
Oh, my.
He might give you your account back.
Comments on my nose. Yes, he might have pity on me. And finally, this might be the way that I get my Twitter account back, is that Bears fans clap back so hard at this, dude from Russia or somewhere that's hacked my account. We don't know where. And this guy gets, I don't know. I don't want any part of
Ukraine,
this.
Yugoslavia, Dodge County. We don't know.
Dodge County.
Oh, my.
I don't know. No one knows. My man could be right behind you. You have no clue where this guy is.
He could be. And you know what? Listen, he didn't know what the wrath was going to be of this NFC North rivalry. He's gonna be like, please, I don't want any part of this anymore.
So Madden curse over the last couple of years. I mentioned Saquon Barkley a year ago. 2025, it was alive and well because it was Christian McCaffrey on the cover. Well, McCaffrey was lights out when he was the 2023 Offensive Player of the Year. Only to miss all but 4 games in his post-cover season due to his Achilles tendonitis, which saw him for more time, I think, overseas trying to get treatment. The year before, it was Josh Allen, who, I mean, again, was a 40-touchdown guy and was in the playoffs, but got cursed into the playoffs in 2024 as well. Coach Madden was in 2023 after he had passed away at the age of 85 late in 2021.
Well, that doesn't count. Obviously.
There was Mahomes and Brady after they went to the Super Bowl. Mahomes went back to the Super Bowl. Brady sure as heck didn't after that year in Tampa Bay. So there's a number of them here that don't look as cursed, of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I mean, 2019, Antonio Brown.
Okay.
The next year.
Okay.
One of the game's most gifted route runners, Brown, had a career high 15 touchdowns during his cover year, but it proved to be tumultuous in the Steelers locker room, resulting in a trade to the Raiders after the season. So the season itself, the production was good, but it then led to him, cryogenically freezing his feet and getting traded to the Raiders, and then everything else happening. So, hey, just there's a lot of sliding scales here, but it's interesting to see. Now, Jaden Daniels, number 2 overall pick in that draft, goes to the NFC title game as a rookie.
Was all the rage, obviously.
Drake May has a Super Bowl appearance.
Right.
Caleb Williams has a Madden cover. So listen, that top 3 is pretty dang good. You can stack up the accomplishments in the midst there.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, is there a reason you didn't get it, or are you just not going to be playing as much? Or was there like a game, like a principal reason? Like
no,
you didn't like
the principal reason is I'm not buying the Madden game with Caleb Williams on the cover.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, 100%. I have no interest in that.
We'll skip a year when this clown's on the cover.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. I hope you like playing in Hammond. All right, Caleb.
I don't know if that feature is going to be in there yet this year. I don't know. I don't know if that feature is going to be in there, but maybe it is. There always is relocate a team. The ones that you can always go to are like Frankfurt and London.
Mexico City, I've seen, right?
Mexico City would be in there.
Yeah.
I think Columbus, Ohio was a possibility one time. Austin, Texas is always the number 1 option. I haven't seen Hammond, Indiana.
Well, it's funny to see how deep the game goes, but if they did Hammond, that'd be a great little Easter egg to put in the game. Let me tell you, that would be good. You do a little like what's that mode where you can be that person and answer text messages?
That'd be called career mode.
Career mode,
yeah.
Right. Okay. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
All right. Last time I played was like in 05. All right. So career mode, he has to drive through Gary.
He's got to go through the wastelands of the of Gary, Indiana to try to see his new spot. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But there it is. Man. Caleb Williams is your cover athlete.
Aaron should have been on the cover. I agree with Wisconsin Sports Fanatic here.
HappyPlaceHemp.com. Use the code Huddle. 25% off the best CBD products you'll find anywhere on the program. All right, tomorrow's Armen's last day before he hits South Beach, and maybe he'll have his X account back in his possession. Tune in to find out. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
Have a good one. Peace.